Brian Lape, you are anus. All right, folks, welcome into our Monday night hangout. This is a live Patreon hangout. I'm joined by our friend Obi-Wan, and with us is Kendo Slice.
Yo.
And the last standing Samoan, Nick Utan.
How's it going?
All right. So, Obi-Wan, you requested a hangout, essentially like a world-class bullshitters episode where we can all get together, hang out, talk about entertainment, and I'm excited to spend Monday night doing this because it's going to be a lot of fun. I was just laying in bed watching this movie with Jack Black as a Polka King, so this is a lot more fun than the shit I was doing earlier. So, real quick before we start...
How terrible was that?
I'm interested enough to watch the entire thing, but it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever watched. So
I think there was a question a few podcasts ago, and I think it was on this channel about best devil, best on-screen devil.
Yeah,
I'd like to throw out there Dave Grohl and Tenacious D.
Yeah,
I always forget about that one, and it's just that was an amazing part of that movie.
Yeah, I forgot about that too completely. I like that whole soundtrack. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that soundtrack is crazy as shit. It's awesome.
My favorite song is "The Government Sucks." Oh, dude, Kendo, you'd love it.
Yeah, dude. It's right
up there. I doubt
it.
I'm not a big fan of Tenacious D.
Really?
Like, I get their shtick. It doesn't really do anything for me.
I'm not heartbroken, but hey, you can be wrong.
Maybe a little bit. Okay, Dion. Pleased to meet you, Blue Watcher.
So, Obi-Wan, tell the listeners how you found World Class Bullshitters.
I was just so disappointed with all the Last Jedi bullshit, and I think I found Mag Zero first. All the crappy YouTubers, but it eventually linked me over to one of your videos, and I was like, hey, these guys are way the hell better than Mike Zero. And then so I just found more and more videos and kept listening, and then started live streaming or watching the live streams, and here I am.
Well, I'm glad you're here to join us tonight. Logan Michael sent in a super chat already. Thank you, Logan Michael. He wants to know what the best Tenacious D song is. Obi-Wan, why don't you answer that one first?
How about Fuck Her Gently? I think that's a problem. I think that's a nice classic right there.
Nick, what about you?
Probably Master Exploder. I like that one a lot.
Respect.
I'll go with The Metal overall. That's right. That's them, right?
Yeah. That's them. Yeah, that is them.
Okay, because one of them was in a Rock Band or Guitar Hero game that I really, really liked.
Yeah, it was probably The Metal.
God, remember Guitar Hero? Like, that was a thing 10 years ago. That was like the biggest thing in the world.
Well, yeah, and remember, whenever the packs would come up, you were like, "Oh my God, this pack's out," and you would spend so much.
I got the '80s pack the night it came out at midnight, and I did not go to work the next day, and I just stayed at home playing Guitar Hero, rocking the '80s album.
I bought that too.
Awesome.
Oh man, I remember. What was it like? Was it Rock Band? Was the one that had the whole band set up? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Shit.
I had both of those.
Yeah, and then they came out with one. I think one of the last ones they came out with was one that actually teach you how to play guitar.
Yeah, Rob Smith.
Yeah.
I feel like
do it the old-fashioned
guitar. I feel like Guitar Hero and Rock Band were like the beginning of the downfall of video games, because all the shit that you actually wanted when you bought the video game, you all had to pay extra money for. Like, it was all the extra songs, it was all DLC content.
Yeah, well, it was okay though when it was $1 a song though. Nowadays they're stroking you for like a complete game.
Yeah, well, I think that's also because of the music rights are fucking ridiculous in general anyway. So for them to even get it, or even get like just an acoustic version of it, or somebody else doing an updated version of it or whatever, would just cost them so much money they had to like nail it to the fucking wall with the price. So I mean, it's bad both ways.
Yeah, my favorite song, I think it was on Rock Band. It was Still Alive from
GLaDOS.
what's it called? What was that?
Portal to GLaDOS.
Portal. Yes, exactly. I thought that was fantastic that they put that on there.
That same Rock Band had the song by Stephen Colbert called Charlene. Have you guys ever heard that song?
No, not by Stephen Colbert.
No.
It was a free download. It was ridiculous. I'm gonna send you a link to the music video later on tonight, guys. It's
Okay.
It's bizarre. Never mind. We'll just talk about it off air. Oh man, a lot of people are rolling into this. This was very impromptu, but hey, everyone that's showing up, say hello to Obi-Wan.
Yeah, I just posted all over Facebook. So
There we go.
Well, can we say about it?
It'd be interesting. Oh, it does. It does update live on PC. It never updates how many people are watching when I'm on my phone.
Yeah, the phone app is kind of shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, the phone app is shit. My bad.
I've never once enjoyed using the phone app for
YouTube. Martinez.
I like how now you can minimize YouTube and it still plays the videos now.
Oh,
Yes.
that's fucking irritating.
Doesn't on my phone.
It does on mine. Yeah, like
So
Does
can
on my
do
Android.
other shit. I was gonna say, yeah, you can do
Yeah.
other shit and the video will still play.
Yeah, it used to cut out like when you do a text message or something like that. So you'd stop in the middle of a live stream. It sucked ass.
Yeah. That's why I was really excited when Jeff finally put the show on Podbean. I was like, hey, I can do other stuff and I don't have to have YouTube running on my phone the whole time.
there is a huge contingent of people that do watch this or listen to the show streaming like that. I'd say we've been downloaded almost 40,000 times.
Jeez.
Yeah, and we've been on there for just slightly over a year. I'll give you the numbers. What the hell? So over on Podbean, and this includes all the streaming. Yeah, we've had 42,761. So Kendo, Podbean was a good investment.
Jeez.
So we got another super chat that just rolled in from Cesario, Japan. Guitar Hero and Rock Band pretty much litter my local thrift stores alongside any EA games, current year +1 sports games. Cesario, Japan, it's funny you bring that up. I went to Kings Island the other day and they had like a fake skeleton in one of the rides, and he had a Guitar Hero guitar from Guitar Hero for the Xbox 360.
So those are slowly going to become props for things like now and in the coming future. So yeah, people are going to repaint them and make them into other shit and stuff. So it's fine.
It was it's a relic of a forgotten time.
God. Oh no! Do you remember what is it? They had a DJ one as well.
Oh, DJ Hero! I bought DJ Hero.
Really? How was it? Was it bad?
Well, no. Let's put it like this: Best Buy had it on clearance for like $12.
Okay, that's not bad.
So I bought it, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. I still have the controller, but I traded in the game for 12 cents a couple years ago. So
Hooray!
It's a great
GameStop.
return on investment.
Jeez.
I know, right? You gotta love GameStop, who will probably be out of business in 5 years.
Well,
Good.
that's the gift for fucking people over, man. I mean, they had to get all that. They had to get all those like fucking Funko Pops and T-shirts and shit in there now, so people will just go in their stores. I mean, you can get all that shit, cheaper on Amazon. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I was kind of guilty. I went to GameStop 2 or 3 weekends ago, and I picked up a Dragon Ball Z Monopoly on clearance and a Batman figure because one of our friends was like, "Hey, this Batman Val Kilmer figure is out. You should go pick one up." So I did. So thanks, Eric Ward. What was that?
What the hell?
Nick is bumping that bass.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
my
he
phone is vibrating. My bad. Didn't you guys hear that? That was fucking weird.
Yes, Blue Watcher, there is a 10-year anniversary Dark Knight watch party. You beat booped
Nice.
out of here, dude.
What?
I did?
Kendo beat
No,
booped
Kendo did.
hardcore. Kendo was talking. He's like,
Yeah, he's not even in the chat
It
anymore.
is
It looks
storming.
like.
Oh, okay. We haven't had rain here in
The darkness
weeks.
coming. Sorry.
I love how this is like on a failure to launch episode. So Obi-Wan, save us. What do you want to talk about?
Speaking of freaking DJ Hero, he's over there like trying to mix a beat over here.
No, for some reason, like Google Hangouts is like somebody's like unknown and trying to call me. It's like, no, fuck you. I have no idea what's happening right now. It's pissing me off.
DJ Hero,
Can you really hear that still?
yeah, well, DJ Hero had Rock, or DJ Hero 2 had Axel left, so you'd think I would have went out and bought it, but I didn't go out and buy it.
Well, you have like you have it on vinyl, on cassette, on CD, on your phone, on digital. You have it everywhere. So I mean, like you're good to go.
Yeah, but I don't have it on Guitar Hero 2 or whatever the fuck it is, DJ Hero 2.
You put it on your piano. What are you worried about?
I can play it on my piano. I do every day just for the hell of it when I get bored. That's kind of how after I work on videos in the morning, I eat lunch, and then I play on the piano for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I get back to work and go to the gym. That is the life.
Give me the guitar tab for that, and I'll learn how to play it on the guitar. We can have a duo.
Ooh, I really wish you could learn it by the time we go to Horror Hound. Because I'll find a piano.
I can
in the
try.
Piano in the lobby.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're reaching too high for the fucking convention, too high.
If we get enough people watching this stream tonight, I'll close it out with playing Axel on my piano very badly.
And then YouTube prematurely cuts the live stream.
Ah, come on, man! I was just getting to the good part. That's where they shove the banana in the tailpipe.
Banana in the tailpipe.
Logan Michael sent in a super chat. Did you get my Patreon message? I'll have to check that, Logan Michael. I've been trying to get the next video up, so I haven't really had too much time. Plus, I had to deal with the advertising aspect of the channel. A lot of business stuff today. Mondays are email and business days, so not the most fun and exciting things to hear me talk about. That's why there's no Good Morning Pop Culture on Mondays. Now, tomorrow, be prepared, because Good Morning Pop Culture is awesome. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about, and I got a new segment I'm going to do at the end of each month. So next week, you're going to hear the new monthly segment on there.
Whose balls are these?
Yeah.
So it looks like we had a couple requests for TLJ. Hey.
Oh, don't worry. Let me read through these. We'll talk shit about The Last Jedi. Bagel Goose sent in a super chat that said, I'm wearing vibranium-based headphones. The sick beats are startling me. Oh, sorry. Vibration-based headphones. Sorry. I'm thinking of the Black Panther now. And then Commander Cody had new idea for a video game. Bullshitter Hero. And then
I'm sure there's a way we can market it.
Oh god! Like it's funny. I've got a couple of tweets from people who like program video games. They're like, "Hey, do you need my help?" I'm just like, I don't know what to do with that because that's a whole new aspect of something we'll probably do hopefully in the future.
And then American
you should send him. You should send him to Uncle Ethan. He can make that trebuchet or Roundhead Johnson flinging game.
No, yeah, that's true. He can make that into a phone app like really easy. No, what he needs to do is make Cyberfrog the phone game or something.
But make it like battle. It's essentially going to be Battletoads, but like different.
Just copy that.
Not impossible.
It's like Battletoads mixed with Frogger.
Yeah, there you go. Just make that and like just recolor things and like to take the labels off of shit. It's fine.
You guys remember Flappy Bird? It should be the Cyberfrog.
Oh my
Flappy
god!
Bird.
Oh yeah, that game that got sued.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Keep thinking all the backgrounds. By the way, folks, the High Council is on this channel tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have Pat from Please Rewind, as well as Dion from World Class Bullshitter. So it's going to be a pretty awesome High Council. So if you miss out, well, then you fucked up.
Yeah, you know Dion's going to nail those guys to the wall. And it's going to fucking happen. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
So
If he
Dion
doesn't,
will be very disappointed with him.
Dion's gonna eat freaking.
he's going to eat Jeremy alive.
Jeremy alive. Yeah.
He will, man. He will. I don't feel bad for him though.
Dion and I will pull a rated RKO and just tag team the shit out of Jeremy. Wait, you like the fucking Force Awakens? You done fucked up now, and then we just go on and on for 2 hours.
And that, folks, is why you should tune in to the very last ever High Council episode tomorrow night.
That features Geeks and Gamers because he'll probably die after the show. Nah, he's cool. I always love how he prefaces it with, I know I dislike, we have that difference in opinion. I'm like, dude, it's no big deal. If we like all the same shit, this would be the most boring show on the internet.
Yeah, exactly.
And then American Trent, now 007, says, got to hear X-Left for my Penny's take. Or Penny's sake. There you go. Well, Trent, stick around towards the end and we'll do it. I'll close it out, yeah. So Obi-Wan, take it away. You wanted to talk about the Last Jedi hate, correct?
Yeah, we had some requests for doing some Last Jedi hate on here. And my condolences for you, Jeff, listening to you struggle through this live stream on Friday.
Alcohol helped.
I didn't even want to listen because I know Jeff would just be like miserable the whole time. I was like, I'm not listening to this because it's going to be fucking sad.
It was one of those
listening to it at work, but couldn't.
It was one of those things where I didn't realize how fast time was going by because I was drunk, and it was also one of those things where I don't realize it actually happened because I was drunk. So.
And it takes you so much to get drunk. So you probably drank. You probably had some. You probably just had like what, Crown Straight, I guess, the whole time.
I bought another bottle of Crown because all these people were like the day before, they're like, here's Super Chat to go buy alcohol on me. So I went to the store and I was like, I need the biggest bottle of Crown Royal you have.
Oh my god!
And then I bought that and I drank a good amount of it because I woke up the next day. What did I do? I went to fucking Kings Island on Saturday, which is an outdoor theme park. It was a nightmare. I was in the heat. And then I came home and I slept for like 14 hours.
Yeah, I felt the same because I felt the same way. I think when we did WrestleMania in Florida and I drank the night before, like I was like all of a sudden back, we're in the heat for wrestling, and I was like, fuck. Oh.
So Obi-Wan, you got a question directed at you.
Yeah, I see that. Actually, I don't have a big Star Wars toy collection, but I do have a number of the EU novels. Love the EU novels, particularly the Zahn ones. It seems like Zahn's the only one that can actually write those. The other ones kind of sucked. But I actually met Zahn, and I was trying to get a cable TV series, kind of like Game of Thrones quality, made right before Disney bought Lucasfilm. So I had talked to him, and I was hoping to be able to work with him, and he was on board with it. Nobody had ever pitched anything like that about his novels before, and he suggested basing it off of the Dark Horse the Dark Horse comics versions, because it was effectively a storyboard all laid out, and it just Disney crushed my hopes and dreams.
So I always do.
How would you have gone? Like, what would have been the next step? Let's say Disney didn't mess you up. What would you have done next to further that project along?
Well, I actually had a guy that I had met through this volunteer project that I do. And he worked on the Clone Wars at Lucas Ranch. So he had like all the connections I could possibly want. So I was trying to get together like some sort of like YouTube video, just to put a little sample up, do it. And I was going to try to pitch it eventually to get it to George, because I had connections so I could get it up to him, even if it wasn't me in front of him. And yeah, just kind of.
Do you still have those connections to George Lucas?
I still have that one guy.
Because we can use a small loan of $1 million to help get the channel rolling.
Yeah.
Can we go visit him and just be like, it's okay, we understand.
It's for educational purposes, George. Please, just $7 million, and it'll really help. It'll help some kids. We got a couple young listeners. We're helping them secure a bright future in the world of entertainment, George.
Yeah, man.
And we're multicultural, and we care about stuff
and things.
Ferraris.
Houses in the Hamptons.
Oh my God, World Class Bullshitters Hamptons Edition. We'll be by Cecil. We'll be by fucking Cecil.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. They would fucking hate us, and it would be amazing.
Real quick,
Oh, yeah.
Because Reasons sent in a super chat. Thank you, Because Reasons. I couldn't make it through 90 minutes of The Last Jedi viewing. I was also drunk. And by the way,
sounds like you did it right.
by the way, Adrius Farrington, Jeremy does not love beer. Jeremy says he doesn't drink. So everything else you said was accurate.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
Jeremy's
he
a Mountain Dew guy.
So he just never drank. He just
And Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
okay. Jeez,
He's a PepsiCo guy.
wow. That's unfortunate.
A lot of things wrong with that guy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I loved when Jeff was destroying Jeremy the other day about that. Like, I mean, I like listening to Jeremy, but he's so wrong about The Force Awakens. It was such a piece of just hot flaming garbage.
No, he's a lot of fun. We don't really I don't talk to those guys that much off air. Like we talk, usually Mondays, like, hey, everything on for tomorrow, boom, yes, and that's about it. But they're fun when we get together, and usually we talk off air right after the High Council. And I was giving him shit, and he's like, "Man, that was so much fun, that debate." I'm like, "You damn right it was." So it's all good between us.
It was fun for everybody.
Yeah, I guess because I don't ever listen to the shows that I listen to the podcasts back sometimes, but I've never listened back to a High Council, so I don't know how those flow. But
Jeremy's not quite a flip-flopper on the TFA. He does say that The Last Jedi ruined it, and so he references his 89 score on Rotten Tomatoes for his proof that TFA wasn't a hot flaming garbage pile, and it's so wrong because it was a whole setup and it was kind of predicated on it could have been slightly redeemed if they would have followed through on 8, but it had so many just garbage plot holes everywhere. Like you effing swear that Han Solo is in his old state is going to just randomly stop the Falcon by hand without blowing into the planet. I mean, are you kidding me? Nobody's that good.
I can't get over the fact that he lost the damn ship in the first place.
Yeah,
that's the thing that bothers the piss out of me.
That's
He goes back to smugglings. Like, why? Nothing about any of that made sense.
Yeah, the thing
it was such a small scale.
Yeah, the thing that just keeps bothering me is that Luke didn't show up till the very end. It's like his friends are in trouble. Like he would have felt it and like gone and helped them. That pisses me off too.
By the way, Darth Primus, are you happy? Do you like Huey Lewis in the news? Midnight Cherry TV sent in a super chat. Does Cecil make a better Does Cecil make a better Rosewood or Taggart?
Oh my god!
Cecil's the Serge of the High Council. I'm not doing today.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. He's the Serge.
I'm fine. My name's.
Would you like
Cecil.
espresso with a lemon twist?
Sure, if it's no trouble. No, don't be stupid. I can't wait to do a Beverly Hills Cop live watch, like 12 show, but it's gonna be glorious.
No, you know everyone's gonna show up because everybody knows it's your favorite movie. They're all gonna get their copy somehow, and it's gonna happen.
Yeah, and then they'll just ask us a bunch of fucking super chats about Star Wars.
Yep, that's true.
The funny thing is, though, the more I think about it, the more I think Beverly Hills Cop may be my favorite movie of all time. Like, I constantly watch it and I constantly enjoy it.
More than Spider-Man 2? Really?
Always. I've always enjoyed Beverly Hills Cop more than Spider-Man 2. Now, the thing is, I don't put superhero movies on my list of favorite films because I grade them differently. I guess I see them not as inferior things.
That's fair.
But what I want out of a superhero movie is different than what I want out of a regular film. Star Wars just transcends all that. That's why Star Wars used to be number 1. Now it's number 2. Real quick, let me get to these. Well, not real quick. Michael Hunting sent in a $10 super chat, so thank you very much, Michael Hunting. PS2 games and Xbox 360 games had quality and good storylines and easily replayable Ratchet and Clank, Halo, Burnout Revenge, GTA 007 games, Battlefront 1 and 2, like movies nowadays, are dying. Yes, Michael Hunting, I agree 100%. You don't get a complete story. For me, I know the other guys buy a lot of games. Well, not a lot of games, but we have all played games. You get like the first part of a game, and then you get the whole experience with the DLC. And to me, that's just unforgivable.
Well, that's
It
part of the
is.
big backlash that EA has been getting is because they release a game that's like a third done, and they're like, "Please download the rest of the game for $45.99." It's
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
what the fuck?
yeah, I know. Destiny. I don't know who does that, but they're really fucking guilty of that because my brother plays that a lot, and he's downloaded all the DLC. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, oh, I want to play it. I want to, I need these to, to. And I think they make it to where like you have to get the DLC in order to play the multiplayers because they have maps on there that you have to get, you have to participate, which is really shit and really fucking horrible.
Is your brother's name Phil?
No. You've met him before. You know who he is.
I like your brother a lot.
You might. I've told him since I'm not going to WrestleMania next year. I told him to take my place. He might contact you about those tickets.
Oh, that's fine. WrestleMania is going to be a much different beast next year. It's just going to be probably Dan and I for 3 or 4 days.
Jeez.
Because we go to Star Wars Celebration the following Thursday. We have to be there. Like I can get back from WrestleMania on Monday, and then Wednesday I have to go to Chicago. Oh, first world problems, but still, it's
it's gonna be fucking interesting for sure.
No, but back to Michael Hunting's thing. I guess we live in a more disposable culture. Like we just brought up Beverly Hills Cop a moment ago. There's so much that I enjoy by watching it, repeatedly. There's new things you pick up on. Nowadays, movies don't have any kind of layers of depth. Like I didn't consider Beverly Hills Cop a deep film, but when you watch it, there are small little things that I pick up on, each subsequent viewing. Modern movies, it's like, hey, the spectacle is great. But then I go back to watch it, and it's like, the Avengers fought Ultron, and it was crazy the first time. And then the second and third time, it's still cool. And then after a while, it's just like, this is flat.
Yeah, and those are like the best ones still. Like, you still have way more garbage chair movies than that. That's actually considered the best one that we're coming out with right now.
Well, I just picked that one because it's something I do like, but I'm not as fulfilled. I just picked something that I liked that's modern. Like the first Avengers, I think has a lot of substance to it, and you can enjoy it a lot more. But Age of Ultron, and I haven't seen Infinity War more than once, so I can't say it doesn't have the substance I'm looking for. Spider-Man 2 had that substance. Obi-Wan, are you a fan of Spider-Man 2?
I actually loved Spider-Man 2. I sat in the front of the movie, or in front of an IMAX screen, for the opening night of Spider-Man 3, and I saw about 30% of the movie, and I kind of wished it would have stayed that way.
So are you telling me that when we do a Spider-Man watch party, you'd like to be involved in part 2?
Heck yeah, man. I would love that.
Just checking. I mean, everybody...
I actually liked the Spider-Man 1 and 2 with the Tobey Maguire, and I really thought that casting Topher Grace was a huge mistake as Eddie Brock, not because Topher Grace did a bad job at Eddie Brock or that he didn't look like any of the Eddie Brocks that had ever seen anywhere else, but because I knew Topher Grace had all that, or not Topher Grace, Tobey Maguire had all those back problems, and I thought that Topher Grace would have been the closest one that could have stepped in for Tobey Maguire at that time and still kind of continued that character if they wanted to do that. And casting him as Eddie Brock just kind of ruined that whole narrative.
I will definitely do a I would like to do an all-day watch party for Spider-Man. Like, find a weekend day where people are free and just be like, hey, guys, we're going to have different people on for parts 1, 2, and 3, and we make a day out of it. Because I could go into deep cuts on why Spider-Man 3 is a disappointment. Spider-Man 3 is a lot like what Michael brought up about, there's not as much quality, the replayability in terms of this, it's rewatchability. They put, the DLC content of that movie is the Venom thing. They pushed out something that really wasn't complete to sell you this Venom storyline and the promises of more shit, and they kind of ruined it. Therefore, they ruined the franchise. Much like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, they pumped out, not Rock Band, but Guitar Hero pumped out, 8 games in 4 years, and they killed it.
Oh, my God.
They saturated the market.
Well, yeah, they're trying to saturate it before the other one could. I mean, and either way, the market saturated in both. Either it was dumb, like they were just killing themselves in the end, or just really fucking stupid.
Well, I bought Rock Band 4 for PlayStation 4. I got it for $38 with the guitar. So that was a hell of a deal. But I got it, and the set list was shit.
Yeah.
For as much as the old Rock Band 2 and 3 had fantastic set lists.
Yeah, and I think with those you're able to bring the ones from the previous game into it, right? They still had like all the stuff from the
only
yeah, Rock Band 2, you could import Rock Band 1. I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do 2 into 3. I didn't buy the license for that, but I had all the DLC that carried over, which was good.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember about that. That was being a big pull of those games, is that like you could pull in all the DLC, all the stuff from it, and that was what I think why people went with that one instead, because
well, the thing is, it had all the heavy metal songs in Guitar Hero, which were fine. But I kind of like that you could get 80 songs and different type of songs on Rock Band as opposed to just straight up every fucking AC/DC song ever.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So thank you, Michael Hunting. I appreciate that. I hope we gave you a good enough answer, or at least, went deep enough for you. Yeah, today's stuff is all about that quick dollar. And they I'm worried Marvel's going to do that too. Like, as much as I disliked I didn't even dislike Ant-Man, but for what I've said about Ant-Man, at least they gave you a complete story and gave you, interest in Avengers 4. It's not like they stopped the movie. Like, it wasn't like Batman versus Superman, which is like the movie equivalent of what you were talking about. They only gave you so much to get to Justice League. It was so dumb.
Martha!
Yeah, see, I really liked Ant-Man and Wasp. Obviously, it wasn't a deep or like, I don't know. It wasn't Avengers Infinity War, but to me, it was a good contrast to Avengers Infinity War because it was much more lighthearted, and Infinity War ended up just being so heavy by the time you're done with it. I don't know. To me, it was just a really good contrast in movie styles, and then at the end, they had that big reveal,
Oh, I loved the reveal, and I thought, like I said on the show, I thought all the actors brought their A game, and I liked everybody. I just thought the movie should have been resolved earlier, or there should have been a bigger threat. I didn't like the Walton Goggins character. It should have been Justin Hammer, or they should have done something to make it feel more connected. I don't know. I do want to rewatch it again, but I firmly stand by the fact that those movies are better in big audiences or big groups for your first movie.
Yeah. I mean, I went opening night in IMAX, and it was probably about a third, maybe 2/5 full, so maybe 40% full. And that was very unlike that theater that I go to, because I go to one of the only true IMAXs in the region. And,
oh yeah, you don't go for the other one that's kind of like the fake IMAX or whatever. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, they're all conversions from like normal theaters that are just kind of big. And
yeah, basically all it is, they put a giant lens. Yeah, they put a giant lens on the end of the projector. Be like, hey, this is bigger, right? It's like, no, this is not. I can see dude's nose hairs now, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, just because you drop an IMAX camera in a normal theater doesn't make it an IMAX theater.
Yeah.
So Steve Fernald shot us a super chat that says, "Remember, it's Jake Skywalker." Okay, I do have to correct myself.
Sorry. I think that was my bad. That was my bad. Jake Skywalker. You'll be referred to that as
Grease Pounder, which is a great name, by the way. Says The Force Awakens was a cash grab, successful but a franchise failure, and a piece of shit. I just like the whole "and a piece of shit."
Oh, it was. I mean, it was they marketed correctly. We were all gung ho about it, and then when we saw it, I mean, you guys have heard our review of it. If you haven't, go check it out. It's it's hilarious. Oh man.
Steve Fernald also said The Force recycled. That's basically what that fucking movie does, man.
Yeah, and I mean, you know it as soon as you see the Death Star scene. Like, here's the old one. Here's the new one. It's like, oh, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, Disney.
Yeah. Now that entire movie was such just garbage. Did you guys even feel like it felt like a Star Wars movie?
No.
It felt like a new hope a lot.
To me, it felt like a Star Trek movie that somebody dumped some Star Wars characters in, or what they called Star Wars characters, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
I don't think it had the tone of Star Wars right. They did recycle a lot of the elements, but it just, like, here's the thing. There's this article I'm working on. For a video. It's really a fucking hard read. It's by this guy who calls himself Film Crit Hulk, and it's really terrible. Retroblast and sent it over to me, but it's going to take me. I got 2 other videos to work on, and then this one's going to come out, and it's a doozy. So if you guys are going to, when I put that one out, do not miss it. It's a very dense one. It's more in depth. But he goes on to say, oh, they use these lenses, and it's got this film grit and this texture and all this shit, and it makes it a good movie. I'm like, it still doesn't fun. Like, you can't say that because it's practical effects and real sets, it's a quality film.
Yeah, and because
Well,
it's shot on film doesn't mean fuck all. It just means you spent more money on bullshit, on some nostalgic thing that would you thought if you told people about it, like they would get hard and come and watch your movie. That doesn't mean fuck all. I'm sorry. If you still shoot on film, you're wasting your goddamn money.
Excuse me, sir. We use the word turgid on this podcast.
Turgid, whatever.
I'm trying to expand the vocabulary of our listeners.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw George Lucas have a big headshot? Like where you're basically staring up at a nostril. He never did that. He had wide sweeping shots all the time to make it feel like it was huge, a big scale. It was epic. You know, like there wasn't all these up close, like in your face shots all the time. And JJ just doesn't get that.
Now, one thing Lucas did fuck up with when we got to the prequels were those weird digital crash zooms that would, like Nick and I were talking about those when we did our prequel commentary on Patreon. Like Obi-Wan and Yoda would be walking down the hallway with Samuel L. Jackson, and it's just this weird digital zoom that it wasn't natural, and it just ruins the look of the movie in many places.
Yeah. Digital zooms. I mean, you know exactly what they are. You've seen them before, and they just they're something you put into at the very end because you didn't do it while you were shooting. It's like fixed it in post, and you couldn't. That's basically what that is.
Yeah, can't defend any of that.
No, and you know what? It's funny. Like people are saying, people are still talking about Jeremy and the Last Jedi and the Force Awakens stuff. Look, I get that people were duped by nostalgia. I wasn't. Nick, you knew me before the movie came out. I wasn't not trying to sound cool, but I was like, this trailer looks stupid. This looks like bullshit.
No. It's all over our podcast, man. It's all there. All of it.
Even before we had the podcast proper, I remember watching the trailer for it, and I'm like, this just feels weird with the piano music and all this other dumb shit, and the people were crying over Chewie We're Home. I'm like, you people are in for a fucking rude awakening.
Yeah, you called it, man. You even called Han Solo dying like months before, way before. Because
I know the story of Star Wars and the production. Like, here's the thing, guys. If you want to know about Star Wars the way I do, just watch the behind-the-scenes shit and read the books. It's not about, lucky guesses. You can just pick it up. It's like, well, Harrison Ford hates Han Solo. He will die in this flick. And I called it 6 months before the movie came out.
Yeah. But like I keep reading articles that saying like, oh, he might come back, because he might be force sensitive and his ghost will come back and save somebody. I'm just like, I fucking hope so, because to see old ass grumpy Han Solo as a force ghost would be fucking hilarious. Why am I here?
I'm putting this out there now. It's a World Class Bullshitters mandate. We all need to be together to see this movie.
I'll do it, man. I'll drive up there. I'll fly in if I fucking have to. I'll be there.
So, listeners, if you're
I think I already proven that I will.
Yeah, you have. If we have any local listeners that want to meet up for an official World Class Bullshitters Episode 9 screening, just email me like 2 months before the tickets go on sale, and we'll work something out. We'll do a big group screening, and we'll tear down the theater together. When they fuck up, we'll boo. When they do something surprisingly good, we'll just look at each other and go, "Huh, that didn't suck." So let's make a group of people.
I wish we could all go down to the Chinese Man Theater in Hollywood together and just watch it, come together, agree on the parts that were just complete shit, and just spread it to everybody in line for the next movies.
Oh my god!
If we could get a big enough following online, I could make that happen. Bagel, you sent in a super chat. He said Cecil is the best. Can't get enough of him. Now, Obi-Wan, you listened to the High Council and stuff. What were your thoughts on Cecil?
Cecil is a riot, but I worry that he's going to get somebody banned sometimes.
Yeah, well, he won't be on tomorrow night.
But he's a funny guy.
I love the death, man. He's hilarious.
Yep. We are behind. Sorry, folks. Timothy Riggs says if Lucasfilm was a river in Georgia, then Star Wars would be the Ned Beatty and Ruin Johnson, and Kathleen Kennedy would be Banjo playing toothless axe.
Oh my god.
I think you meant to say Toothless Hicks, but hey, whatever. Hicks, X.
Hicks,
doesn't
X, it's
matter.
yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad.
Somebody's taking it and they don't want to.
Yeah, it's gonna happen Deliverance style.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yes, it is.
I've been getting into a lot of older flicks lately, and I mean, I saw Deliverance years ago, but something about 70s films just were.
Yeah, man, they got their very own style in the way they shot things and everything was done. It's very yeah, you can pick them out of a crowd, man. It's crazy. I do love a lot of movies from that era.
Because Reasons sent in a super chat. Thank you, Because Reasons. Have you guys ever seen a movie called PCU? It seems to me it was a warning. Is that the Jimmy Piven movie?
Yep, that's PCU.
Yep.
It's the college is Port Charles University, but it literally, I mean, you literally just get it like in this politically correct university because it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. It came out so fucking long ago. I want to say it came out at the beginning in the early 90s. Let's see.
Yeah, it's at least 20 years old.
94.
Oh, we have to see this one. David Applegate says, "Subvert my expectations. Make a fucking good movie."
we should do something for with PCU because man, that's
Well, Nick, you know how to take care of that. Let's do something for August.
Yeah, that's fine, man. I'll get everybody a copy. I know I brought it with me. Yeah,
we should do a one of these when we're at Horror Hound at night, like when we're on camera. We'll get Leif to set up the camera properly, and we'll go live, all of us on camera behind a table. You know, there's like mukbang videos that people watch where they eat a fuckload of food.
Yeah,
let's do one of those with alcohol.
Oh fuck!
Press F if you want to watch that.
We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die on camera.
Here come the Fs. You know the fucked up part? We'll be thankful that we're going live because we'll be all too drunk to upload it later, or we'll be dead. So
yeah,
very true.
Works out. Tree Rock Creations asked in a non-super chat. I can't think of, or can you repeat some Marvel movie dialogue? I can't think of any. The reason I brought this one up is because you're right. The Marvel dialogue isn't that heavy. I can think of like Robert Downey Jr.'s, you know, that man is playing Galaga, and you know, thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. The shit from the first Avengers I can remember because I saw that movie so many times.
Or puny God.
Yeah. But I can't remember any lines of dialogue from Infinity War. Well, I only saw Infinity War once, but like Homecoming, Guardians 2. Yeah, I can't. That's a pretty good. I can remember shit from the first two Spider-Mans. Hell, even Part 3, but not a lot of the MCU movies.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a bad sign when you yourself can't even remember lines from those movies.
Jeremy's in the chat. It looks like it says, "Yes, we're watching TFA on Friday. Heard it was being discussed."
Oh, that's this Friday. Shit. Okay. I guess that's my Friday night now because Jeremy suffered for me. I'll have to try to. Oh shit! I'll have to message our patron Jeremy Peerboom and ask him if we can reschedule. So,
ask him to join in.
I will ask him if he wants to join in. He's a cool dude. He likes Star Wars and toys and all kinds of shit. So, I'll message him tonight.
Although he may not want the pain.
Well, he's part of the channel. He'll suffer with us. He's a good friend.
Yeah. He'd like to be on another video.
that video was awesome. That was awesome. That Ivan guy is the shit. I love that dude. We only got to talk a few minutes off air, but
Ivan is epic.
He'll be at Star Wars Celebration. I can't wait to meet him.
Jeremy's asking more things in there. Is it okay? We can reschedule.
Oh, dude, it'll be fine. Enough people will want to watch it. We got to keep the energy high. Let me just message the Jeremy guy. He'll be okay with it. Or I'll ask him on. I'll ask him if he wants to join, and then give him another date. That way he doesn't get shortchanged of his hangout like this. Steve Fernald says Marvel needs to make a Moon Knight movie. First off, Steve Fernald, thank you for your super chat. I guess. Would you watch a Moon Knight movie, guys?
I don't know who that is.
Maybe.
He's not like Batman, but he's like Batman.
Yeah. You know what I'd rather have? I'd rather have a live-action Batman Beyond either movie or a Netflix series.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
Like a Daredevil style Batman Beyond live action. I think that would be epic. And
Yeah,
you could
actually,
bring back Michael Keaton.
I recently found an article about Netflix and how much money they've actually spent this year. I keep quoting like 8 billion. It's a little bit more than that.
Send me that, because the next video that I'm working on is going to be discussing the Netflix rating system and stuff like that. So I definitely would like to see, those.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Just yell at me when you need it, because I got it saved. Let me make sure I have it saved first before I say anything.
See you, Jeremy.
Oh, did he leave already?
Well, he's saying he's going to be out. I don't know. He said call later if there's any issues.
Jeremy, you know how to contact me, dude. Just shoot me a message. Yeah, Friday is good. I'll talk to the other Jeremy and we'll make it happen.
Mr. Dystopian says, anyone see Nathan Fillion's Uncharted fan film? I thought they were actually making a real movie out of that with Nathan Fillion.
Somebody just posted it to our Facebook group right here.
Yeah, I have not seen it yet.
Our friend Ivan Nieves sent in a super chat that says, a little off topic, but I finally got my finished drawing for my anime idea. It's Golgo 13. I'll be starting on Indiegogo soon. What's your email again? Well, Ivan, the email is worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail. Okay, no Dion to finish.
.com.
All right, there you guys go. Don't leave me hanging. Ivan's a hard-working man. Timothy Riggs sent in another super chat. Thank you, Timothy Riggs. George Lucas's big fuck up in the prequels was trying to write dialogue on his own. I've gotten better made-up dialogue between my 7 and 4-year-old nieces.
I agree. Like especially with the first movie and like trade agreements and government stuff, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Oh man, it was just weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think when you had somebody like Harrison Ford saying, "Hey, you can write this shit, but you can't say it," it felt so natural when you listen to the interplay between him and Han or him and Luke and Leia. It just like in the hallways, the scene I always think of, what the hell are you doing and all that stuff. Nowadays, it'd be like blast it this and all that and great Shira's ghost and all that stupid crap they'd write about.
By the power of Grayskull.
Mareth, oh God, sorry. Last time I read this one, I was drunk. Mareth Dialine, hello there. Just tuning in. I don't really have anything new to say, so take a tip. LOL. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
Buddy.
Steve Fernall, The Last Jedi was a massive troll job. It was something. Troll job, snow job. It was garbage. And
you're way back there.
Yeah, I am way back there. Well, these pop up, and I don't want to miss anybody's because I would feel kind of shitty. I've only missed one super chat, and the person messaged me. They're like, "You didn't read my message on air." I said, "I'm sorry. Just send me a non-super chat message, and I'll read it at the opening of the next show." And they never responded back. So, hey, that's life. To quote the room. Because Friesen says, who's the guy that looks like Pikachu in black spandex Batman suit? I'm a Vegeta fan. I feel like slapping him. Honestly, I'm laughing. That's Kendo, because reasons. I'm so hurt that you don't know Kendo. Doomcock, will he be on tomorrow? No, he will not. Doomcock has to work taking over the world, but I've been in contact with him, so we'll get Doomcock involved in the fold as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm about to say it must be really difficult contacting him because he's at the center of the earth, and those phone calls must cost you a fortune.
Well, I get answers from that fucking Harvey Cthulhu guy, but he's just so weak and indecisive. He's like, maybe I can give you his number, maybe I can contact him for you, and it's just hard to do. So,
gotcha.
He's a difficult man to reach, but.
Well, taking over the world's a full-time job. I mean, you can't just you can't do that sleeping, whatever. That's something to really work towards. You got to have your PowerPoint presentation up for that all the time. You got to really follow through in a lot of things. It's difficult.
Well, Pinky and the Brain couldn't do it. So, but I believe in Doomcock.
Well, I mean, they were mice. So. Yeah.
I think we lost Kendo.
Yeah, he'll be back in a minute. He probably died in a tornado, but Missouri, man. Ghetto Bible, thank you for your super chat. And Ghetto Bible had a fun time with you last night, dude. Han comes back as the new RoboCop. Best idea ever. Timothy Riggs says, looking forward to seeing world-class bullshitters at Horror Hound.
Oh, my God.
I'm looking forward to seeing
Timothy Riggs at Horror Hound. Oh, man, I can't wait for that. It's going to be so much fun.
It is going to be an incredible time. Seriously, guys, like I can't build it up enough. And if you think Horror Hound's going to be great, wait till like the giant blow off at Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, well, yeah. Once again, if you guys cannot come see us inside the convention, we'll work something out to where we're, outside of it, and we can all hang out as well.
Oh yeah, if people don't want to spend money on a ticket, all you have to do is shoot us PMs on our Facebook page. And at night, the way these conventions work is people hang out in the lobby and drink. We'll put ourselves in a little portion of the lobby with a cooler and just come sit down with us and hang out. If you guys don't want to spend money on a ticket, we can't really force that. That's okay. But if you're going to come and see us, we'll make it worth your time.
Yeah, man. I mean, we don't want, we don't want to alienate anybody for sure. We like to interact with our fans and talk to you guys and see what's up and, all the other good stuff.
We are going to bother celebrities, though.
Talking about Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Our friend Timothy Riggs is like, I can't wait to see.
I will be hosting at least 3 hangouts at local Skyline Chili's.
We could not hear you. You have to try that again. I'm
Beep
sorry.
boop.
He's hosted 3 hangouts at local Skyline Chili's.
Okay.
Steve Fernald said Batman Beyond Netflix series. I'd be down for that. Steve, if that happens, we'll have you on. We'll do a live hangout. Actually, no, it won't happen. But if they do it on the streaming service from the WB, then we'll still have you on, and that would be amazing.
They could do that. Somebody in the chat earlier suggested that Kevin Conroy returned to play Old Man Bruce Wayne.
I'd like that.
Yeah, why not?
I'd love that.
Yeah,
That'd work.
That'd be amazing.
Logan Michael sent in another super chat. Thank you, Logan Michael. I just got this Hot Wheels 89 Batmobile, and it's awesome. Did you get the little regular Hot Wheels size one, or did you get the, the 1/12th scale or whatever the bigger one is, 1/18th or something like that? Because those are pretty cool, too. I got a Aston Martin like that. Cesario Japan. New She-Ra cartoon looks like shit. A boyish trap? Question mark. Yeah, I've been getting images sent to me all day about that cartoon. It looks stupid, and I hope it fails because reasons. I was never going to watch it, even if she was the most feminine version. But it is weird that they make like these weird boyish, they take the old established character and make it into something it's not. Make something new. I don't care that Steven Universe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, quit banking on like the old and familiar bullshit. Make something different and new, and try to market that shit.
Yeah, well, they can't market anything new nowadays, so they just keep taking old franchises that had died 30 years ago, and hey, we're going to introduce it to a new audience. Really? Let's see how that works. And then Darth Hater, and now we're caught up. Thank you, Darth Hater. He says Doomcock 2020.
Unless WCBS wins that election.
Yeah, we might.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, we have the Rock on our side.
How about a Doomcock WCBS ticket?
Ooh.
We can make that happen. I'm sure we agree on a lot of points. When you take over the world, it should be swift and
brutal.
Yes.
Can we make that ticket for 2018 and start in September for Lucasfilm?
I say we start right now. We don't have to wait until September. It bothers me though that every day there's more garbage coming out from that camp. Like even today, you could go find tweets if you had to go find them. I'm just waiting for tomorrow when they announce, Ryan Johnson called, this group of people, blah, blah, blah. It's like, wow, what a surprise.
The worst is the trolley articles that they keep putting out. They're like, the director warns there's going to be consequences. And you read the article, it's like, no, he's just saying that, some people are going to be scared off, but don't we want those weak-willed people to be scared off from making Star Wars films anyway? Like,
no, it's just fucking clickbait. That's all it is. It's just
I'm convinced there are some people out there that write articles that hope I make a video about them, so they follow the link and then they get all these views and they make more money. Like I'm convinced Scott Mendelson, maybe he thinks like, yeah, this guy's a dick to me, but I love him because these articles get way more exposure than they would.
Yeah,
and then I think to myself, Scott Mendelson's annoying, but thank you, Scott.
It seems about like 3 to 4 times a week, Ethan gets trolled in various articles. Like they straight out call him out by name and or Cyberfrog.
Well, good for him. That's why he got $400,000 in a comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's man. I looked at that campaign. It's fucking crazy.
Because Reason sent in a super chat, and he said that I'm just saying is my saying, bro. Like Dion's is at the end of the day. If there was ever a Because Reasons World Class Bullshitters t-shirt, it would say, I'm just saying. Peter Pan is pansexual? And now I'm catching up on some of these stuff, and it's like, oh god, okay. I never even liked Peter Pan. Did you guys?
Nope.
No, I mean the most I like the most I liked
Hook?
about it was it was Hook because of Robin Williams mainly. That was
Not
about it.
Rufio.
Oh God, I don't care about that guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of Hook either.
Robin. You didn't like Hook at all?
Nah.
Eh. All right.
Kendo, I don't like it either. I don't really like that many Spielberg flicks outside of Indiana Jones. Well, I mean, I guess technically Poltergeist is a Spielberg picture.
Is it really?
Well, there's that huge. You've never heard of that? How the people on the in the cast and crew say Toby Hooper really didn't do much. It was a Spielberg directed flick, but he couldn't take official credit because he just did E.T. or something like that. So contractually, they had to give it to Toby Hooper, but Spielberg's the reason the movie's the way it is.
Yeah, yeah, I have heard that.
So, in other words, it wasn't like a curse killing all the people from Poltergeist. It was Spielberg to keep them quiet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
They're gonna blow the whistle, and he's like, no, fuck you.
Yep.
By the way,
Just
somebody
go
in the
down
chat
slaying
brought up
kids.
something classic. So you guys remember that cartoon Cow and Chicken?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
They were talking about the pulled episode. It's called Buffalo Gals, where these female bikers break into your house and eat the carpet on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of like the banned cartoons list.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing about that. I remember hearing about that and laugh every time I hear it.
I remember that hardcore. And, I think people are telling us that the Aquaman trailer just dropped.
Cool.
I'll watch.
Yay.
I will watch it. I'll talk. You know what? Who asked me that question? I just slid by. I'll talk about it on tomorrow morning's Good Morning Pop Culture. I'll make sure that I watch it and we'll discuss it. For 5 minutes, because who really here is an Aquaman fan? Just ask.
Oh, me totally, man. I've read everything about it. I know his history backwards and forwards, man.
You love
Fucking
the
love
Ramona
Aquaman.
artwork.
I know everyone's into Seaman, but I will watch the movie.
I don't. I mean, like I've always heard the joke. Like I've always heard the joke about Aquaman. It's like, oh, he talks to fish. Like that's the only thing I know about him, honestly.
And
The
the
family-
peasants rejoice. Yay.
Oh, it didn't come out. Somebody said about it being out. What are my thoughts on it? I know the trailer came out. Or the poster came out, but not the trailer. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It
Probably.
was Trident-tastic.
10 eels out of 10. I fucking loved it.
Poseidon approves.
Did you ever see the movie Poseidon?
No.
It's terrible.
I've
no,
seen the
I remember
original.
It is.
No.
It
I've
is.
never
It's
seen
really
the original.
awful.
I've never seen the original either. But like the one that came out, I guess the remake that came out just looked fucking horrible. I was like, I'm not gonna watch this. This looks like shit.
Yeah, no, the Poseidon Adventure was all right,
Okay.
but the remake's just called Poseidon, and I never watched it. I was like, no.
Well,
Yeah, the first one came out in the 60s.
60s or 70s. I know it's got Ernest Borgnine.
I think
God.
it's 70s because it's Gene Hackman, right?
I think so.
Holy
I think he's a
shit.
man too.
Ernest Borgnine's a man.
Was.
Oh,
My favorite 80s TV show was Airwolf. I know it was god awful, but
guys, I got some bad news. Should we talk about it on air?
Oh
Sure.
gosh.
uh-oh.
Pull the
Metalocalypse
band off.
What?
Pull the band off.
Metalocalypse director John Shep is in critical condition. If you guys don't know who that is, he's the guy that did that Tim Burton Batman documentary. But he's been admitted to this hospital with a strange unknown illness. This comes from Loudwire. It says John Schnepp, writer, director, and producer of Metalocalypse, among other titles, has been admitted to a Los Angeles area hospital with an undisclosed illness and is in critical condition.
Man, I wish I'd have drafted him on the Deadpool.
It says, wow, this seems pretty heavy. So
That's real horrible, and I also hope he's not patient zero.
That's true.
I'm just saying, really bad. I feel for the guy that really sucks, but also I do not want him to be patient zero.
If he is, it might wipe out most of California, so there could be a silver lining.
Oh no, you're right. Good. Thank you, Kendo. Thank you.
I mean, he is on Collider. No, but all joking aside, that's terrible because we were on air when Total Biscuit died, and that was. I mean, I didn't watch a ton of his videos, but people were like, "Oh, Total Biscuit died." I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
Yeah.
If this guy,
But total from what little I know about that, he suffered quite a bit, and it was.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You know.
No, but he. It's always bizarre when somebody's like admitted to a hospital with an unknown disease and in critical condition. I'm just curious I'm going to follow up on the story, at least personally, so I know what's going on because he's made good points on Screen Junkies, and he's made a good documentary that I've seen. And Metalocalypse is cool. I didn't know he was involved with that. That show was
great show.
Pretty
Such
awesome.
a great show.
That was
Wasn't it
show.
something Murderface?
Oh, fuck, William Murderface.
He looks like Jack Black.
Yeah.
So, Obi-Wan, what is your most hated film?
Well, my most hated film or my most hated film that I actually sat all the way through?
Both.
Most hated film that I actually sat all the way through was The Happening. And I mean, who the hell puts global warming as the villain of the movie? Like, really? Like,
have you not seen any of the 2012 movies? I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah,
I did not. But at least those were probably more exciting.
Or any Al Gore movie.
Well,
I created the internet, an Al Gore story.
Yeah. Fucking Al Gore
did you
created
ever
global
play-
warming too.
Did you ever play Civilization 4
Yes.
on PC?
I did not.
When you
Anytime.
discovered the internet, it was a picture of Al Gore on there.
Yep.
They did it as a joke.
Yeah. I would always like on Civ 3 or 2 or whichever one it was, I'd always use cheat codes to where it was like still like the turn of like the BC to the AD, but I had fucking nukes. And I would just ICB him all these like fucking Dirk civilizations.
Oh my god!
And win in like 10 minutes.
There was a game that I used to play. It was a really shit game, but it was a lot of fun. It was called Global Thermonuclear Warfare, and you were like, like the world was divided between like the red and the green, and you were the green, and you had to build up all your you had nukes, and you had like space stations that could like research nukes and defenses against them and all kinds of stuff, and like it was you nuking other countries until you won. It was a lot of fun, so much fun.
Party on Civi, thank you for your super. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry, because reasons first. AM swims faster than Superman, right? Aquaman says that. Sure. I don't know. Did he fight? Did Superman enter the water in the Justice League film? I'm gonna go with
no.
Yeah, did Superman enter the water?
Yeah, in
Or
Justice
Aquaman?
League. No, in Justice League film, I don't think Superman ever enters water. So I'm gonna go with Aquaman can swim faster.
And Michael Phelps could swim faster than all of them.
I think the only time he was in water wasn't he in water when he got put in that goop or whatever it was.
Yeah, but he wasn't swimming. He was laying there as a corpse.
Right. Yeah.
He was corpsing. It's different.
And then Party on Civi sent in a super
Oh, he's
chat.
filling.
Party on Civi says, "Hey, I'm in California. SoCal doesn't represent us."
Hey, Jeff, I just had a thought.
I'm in SoCal and now NorCal is way more crazy than SoCal, but with the exception of the whole Hollywood area. Go
Jeff, I
ahead,
have a thought.
What's your thought?
Would space nukes be spooks?
Oh my god!
And then would the anti-spook defense be beat at Peckerwood?
We don't want no trouble, man. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the Reaper addicts.
Yeah.
And it all comes back to the Future.
That's the battle.
It always does. It always does.
Great Loner says, "I live in SoCal and we need less traffic." Yeah,
But like California needs to go through the fucking purge and like really just get rid of a lot of people.
That
as long
town
as
needs an enema.
as long as In-N-Out Burger remains safe.
Mainly,
They have those outside of California. It'd be okay.
mainly you just need to go through and purge all the Starbucks of writers and then people trying to be actors serving them coffee.
And bomb the Chipotles.
There you go, do that. Well, no, the Chipotle's already bombed. Have you been in the bathrooms? I mean, come on.
I've actually never used the bathroom at a Chipotle because
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Well, people use it. They just,
Do you know
don't
what's
leave
worse
it.
than a bathroom in a Chipotle?
What's that?
A Del Taco bathroom.
Yeah, Del Taco.
Yeah, dude, there was one Del Taco that used to exist in St. Louis, and whenever I was working in the area, I made sure to go there, and then it closed, and I was saddened.
We went when we were in Florida, Nick.
Yeah, we did. It was the last thing we ate before we left.
That's one thing I hope the channel gets to do relatively soon. We get big enough to
Go to Del Taco.
Go to Del Taco. We can travel the world and go to all the Del Tacos.
Okay. I'll buy you $50 of freaking chicken soft tacos right here.
Folks,
Can we get some
to
churros?
get us to that golden play button or whatever it is we got to do so we can go to Del
The
Taco.
gold. I think the golden play button is
A million.
That's
million.
I was gonna say, we've gotten the bronze one, but we want the golden one.
We deserve the gold.
sucker.
We deserve the gold.
Yeah, we want the gold. We coming for you, and I ain't ending the rest of that their promo.
Brother.
Yeah. Although Hulk Hogan's back in WWE now, so I could probably get away with saying the actual word since he was redeemed.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, last
Yeah,
night.
they last night he was reinstated into the Hall of Fame, which means that line of text for his page was just put back on the internet.
Well, he's the
Get
most
back to-
important wrestler of all time, so let's not act like he isn't.
Yeah, he's the most iconic for sure.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan is to wrestling what A New Hope is to Star Wars? Question
Hulk
mark.
Hogan is to wrestling what Booker T was to that promo. And if you folks at home don't know the promo I'm talking about, just type in Booker T Hulk Hogan promo and you'll thank me in the morning.
They might go watch it now, come back and thank you right now.
Yeah, it's literally like 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah,
He does most of the talking.
That's what I suggest. By the way, Party Elm Civvy, thank you very much for your super chat. LA is 90% of SoCal. Long live Jefferson, NorCal best.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, but
I have no idea what that means either.
I'll thank Party Elm Civvy anyway, because I'm so far from California, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
So you said the worst one you sat through was The Happening. What's another bad one?
So right next to that was, I don't remember if it was A New World or The New World, but was it Colin Farrell was in it? That thing was a boring piece of shit. And then, so my entire family, my parents rented this when I was little, and my entire family got put to sleep within 10 minutes. 3 different times we tried to watch this movie. It was Sense and Sensibility.
I know that.
What? That movie cures insomnia. Like, just, it's so bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's awful.
It looks boring as fuck.
That's a period piece, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a period piece based off of a Jane Austen novel. And
Oh, wonderful.
I've read
Jane
any of
Austen.
those.
That's
That's where the pain comes from.
Yeah, I don't want to sound uncultured, but fuck that. That's just
Yeah. No.
I will watch Fletch 400 times before I'll watch Sense and Sensibility. Or anything from Jane Austen.
So I remember somebody was bringing up that Ryan Johnson directed some Breaking Bad episodes that were pretty awesome, and that's why he's qualified to make The Force Awakens, or not The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi. So movies and TVs shows are completely different. The directors for TV shows are essentially just babysitters. The producers are actually do what the directors do in movies. So like a directing job for TV is saying, "Oh, I'm good at babysitting, therefore I can do a movie." No, and I can write a movie. So I don't know who was making that argument. That argument's completely bunk.
I agree entirely. I mean, yeah, like big TV shows like that. Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. I mean, it's like some of the female directors that are, or the one female director for the new Black Widow movie. I don't think she's done very much. I think we looked at her stats and she hasn't done shit. She's just getting the job because she's female, which is really, really sad. Right. It's just like you're just getting a job because you have a vagina. That's all that's happening. And I mean, one of the movies that Jeff loves is Wayne's World. That's directed by a woman, and it's a damn good movie. And she's got one hell of one hell of a
great resume, right?
great resume, and that's fine, but like pick people who have experience. Just that's all we ask. Let them have experience and make a good movie, not just because they fill this weird quota, like they're female or they're black or they're both or whatever. Like just give somebody who's competent to make a movie. And even then, like I think Ryan Johnson, he did May, he did Brick, he did The Brothers Bloom, Looper I liked, Brick I really liked as well, but I didn't like those two movies are like very, very like dramatically heavy. They're really like you really have to sit down and watch them. They're very intense. And then you go and give him a Star Wars movie to make? Like, why? That doesn't make any sense. Even his resume is really short. He's done some TV, he's done some short films that don't mean fuck all, and he's done a few movies. And like, I don't know why he got that job. That just is beyond me.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because it's real easy. He just gave Kathleen Kennedy the verbal hand job that she wanted.
Oh my God, you look so young. Have you lost weight? Oh my God.
I really like you more than George Lucas. You're the real hero of Star Wars.
You're the real MVP, dog.
All the success of Back to the Future is because of you.
Oh my God, I'm gonna choke somebody if I hear those words ever strung together in that same order again. Cesario Japan says Hulk Hogan got reinstated back into WWE Hall of Fame.
Yes,
I was hoping to see. I was hoping to see Hulk Hogan on Extreme Rules last night, but I don't think that happened. And yes, Basil, Batman Pikachu is Kendo. Pika Man or Batchu.
Batchu.
Or just some random photo I found on the internet and was tickled by.
Or Bat Pussy.
See, now that we should live stream.
I like this channel and I don't want it to get kicked off the internet, so I'm gonna have to say no.
We'll do it for how about this? We do it for Patreon.
Like a commentary for Bat Pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we're not showing the movie, so of course we can do that.
Yeah. So I mean that's what we should do, because that movie is just 55 minutes of awful.
By the way, Jeremy Peerboom, I see you're in the chat. Would you be open to joining us on Friday night for the Force Awakens watch party with geeks and gamers and everybody? Because I know you and I were going to have a hangout on Friday, but apparently we're doing that this week, and I don't want to leave Jeremy hanging because he was here for The Last Jedi. And if not, could we reschedule? Because I don't want to, leave you hanging either. So just let me know. I'll be watching the chat. So I'm trying to think of some other terrible flicks that we can rail on together that we all hate.
Frankenthug.
Nah, Strip Club Massacre. Fuck that one.
Oh, fuck you both.
Because Reason sent in a super chat that says, I'm sold on Bat Pussy.
Yeah, you say that. Wait till you watch it.
Yeah, really. Yeah, you have no idea. No idea.
It's on Pornhub.
By the way, Jeremy Peerboom, I'm going to send you the link on Friday with the time. So you'll be our fourth man for the evening. So, yeah, God, I keep saying so. I'm just so out of it right now.
one of the things that I haven't heard any of the channels rip on yet on The Last Jedi, how is there like canon style physics in space when they're firing lasers over the last capital ship and picking off the shuttles on the other side? It's like, when did we get gravity or hook shots with lasers in space?
Oh,
like,
we've railed on the physics of that.
Well, I mean, no, it's basically there's a lens on the edge of the ship, and it's reflecting the light from Venus. That's what's happening.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I don't either. Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah, I was gonna say we ripped into the physics several times on that movie. Starting with
it's not even physics. It's just like Harry Potter like magic at that point. It's basically what the fuck it is.
Yeah, it's
a
bunch of none of this makes any sense.
Yep.
Hey, Jeff, were you able to look into any of that stuff that I think it was Reviews for You was supposed to be unveiling about Ryan Johnson ripped off a bunch of fan fiction, or allegedly ripped off a bunch of fan fiction and patched it together to make The Last Jedi?
I haven't found anything yet.
Okay, he might still be working on that video because he was on with Jeremy the other day, and he was talking about some of it, but said he was still working on the video.
Well, then I'll wait a little bit because I don't want to steal that dude's thunder.
Yeah.
So I'll watch his video and then I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we've heard that for a while now, and I personally have not seen evidence of it, and I'm not discounting it, but I just haven't seen any evidence of that claim.
Well, Craig from Reviews for You was claiming he had 32 pages he was trying to get notarized from the authors that were either direct ripoffs, word for word, or nearly direct ripoffs.
Okay.
So, hopefully,
like we said earlier, though, there's no way that he can get sued though because the characters are owned by Disney. It's just, I don't know. It would make it seem shadier.
Supposedly, this holocron.net is where he found it on, and on holocron.net, if you upload a fan fiction, if they use a character that you created, you own it, and they owe you money. But if it's anything to do with normal characters that have already been established, then they don't owe you shit. So, but it's still, that explains why Ryan Johnson has so much time on Twitter to just rip on fans, because he doesn't actually have to write the next trilogy. He just has to steal it from the fans.
Dude, that trilogy's not getting made.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No,
I mean,
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, I mean, I think once we see what happens with 9, and I'm hoping that it's just a devastating fucking bomb, that everything else will be on hold for a very long time. They're gonna have to reevaluate their whole like infrastructure. It's gonna be a rude awakening very, very soon.
Well, isn't it supposed to release in like 2020? So if it doesn't come out till 2019 for 9, like they'll be most of the way through the filming of A Piece of Dump. That I don't know if they can use it as a paperweight or something somewhere. But...
Well, I mean, it's gonna be funny if like they film some of it and they have to go back and do reshoots again. That would be fucking hilarious, because then that means that they're gonna spend double their budget on redoing the movie and everything else and stuff, and trying to get it perfect, and get the getting the fans to like it, and it's still gonna be a piece of shit, and it's just gonna fucking flop. Like it's gonna be bad all around. Honestly, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Or maybe it'll just end up like the New Mutants and Dark Phoenix and just shelved, even though they're mostly done.
That pisses me. Dude, don't even get me started. I thought that the Fox Marvel universe was headed in the right direction. We had Deadpool, which was awesome. The Apocalypse was okay. Not terrible, but okay. And then we had Logan and Deadpool 2, and I was ready for what was next. And now there is no next.
Yeah, there isn't.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching the trailer for New Mutants, and it looked creepy as fuck, and I was down for that.
Yeah, I thought of you too, because I know you're burnt out on superhero flicks. I thought that was going to be the one that sold you on, like, hey, they
it did, man. I watched that trailer and I was fucking sold, and then now we're not going to fucking see it. It's going to be shelved collecting dust some goddamn where. So whatever, man.
Wasn't it supposed to be like a horror flick or something like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the trailer's still online. You can watch it, and it's very much of like a ghost movie, very much of like Insidious and Conjuring. It's very much in that, like, that trailer's like that, but it's obviously mutants, and it was really good, and I was really excited about it. But we're not getting it now, so.
I am the Walrus sent in a super chat. Cuckoo Choo. I really don't get why people think it's so dumb Ray could swim. On Earth, there are bodies of water in the desert, such as the Red Sea in Egypt.
I'm sorry?
Well, they never showed that in the movie.
Plus, it's a desert planet. I don't know. I hate the character for so many reasons.
Okay.
Swimming is like my least important.
It's not high on the list.
So if you took the time to play Battlefront 2, which I don't blame you if you left that on the shelf, in Battlefront 2, there's a part where you're flying over the desert as all the ships end up going into the sand and stuff, and there are some lakes and stuff on the planet that are kind of far away from where all the crash sites are. So, I mean, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, but still, the fact that we have to buy...
It's just piss poor storytelling still.
Yeah, very much so. The fact that I have to buy a game to find that out is piss poor storytelling. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
That was their whole premise about the whole buying... Oh, you have to buy the books to get the rest of the story. It's like, no, you didn't do your job as a movie teller if you have to buy a book to figure out what actually happened, or
Yeah,
why the fuck Finn can hold his own against freaking Kylo Ren, but loses his ass to another stormtrooper. Like,
yeah,
what the hell?
yeah, and that's the same as the extended 3 hour version of Batman vs Superman. It's like, oh yeah, this this puts in, this fills a lot of holes, that tells the story better. It's like, why didn't you do that the fucking first time? Why am I spending $15 on a movie ticket that's going to spend $20 on a goddamn Blu-ray or DVD later to watch this? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You just answered your question right there.
I know, that was the point.
Well, that, and they also want to be able to cycle the movie faster. So with a shorter run time, they can get more showings in. They can make more money.
If it was good.
Yeah,
That's always the kicker.
yeah, it's always the kicker. They always
And
forget
it's
that part.
it's one thing. It's one thing I've learned as well. It's like the cheapest thing you can do while making a movie is the story, because paper and like just time and effort and things like that, or paper, or whatever they say in ink, is cheap. If you can make the story good in the beginning, you have to, that's half the battle. And these are huge companies who've been doing it for forever, and they should have it down by now. And the fact that they're fucking up on simple things is just idiotic.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely. Well, the worst part is so I can kind of understand them scrapping the EU to a certain extent, because there were some really dark, non-friendly storylines in there, including like Han and Leia's kids end up having to murder each other because they do various things, and like, I can understand not going down that path, but what they could have done is they could have followed suit with the MCU, and they should have followed suit with the MCU and just taken the best elements from those EU stories that they could have pulled from and mixed them together and made a really good film with some of the best story arcs, instead of the bullshit that ended up on the screen.
I agree. Yeah. They should have, but they didn't. They wanted that nostalgia factor. They wanted to make a remake of New Hope, just kind of keep people. It's like, oh, this is like the first one. It's like, yeah, but way too fucking much. Way too fucking much. So
because reasons. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Because reasons was sent in a super chat says, have any of you played? I think it's X-Wing, TIE Fighter, WVT, or XWA? These were all before Galaxies and Battlefront. I'm pretty sure Poe is from X-Wing. These are all the old PC games. I had X-Wing on PC.
Like the DOS ones?
Yeah, that's what I assume that these mean.
Yeah, I played X-Wing versus TIE Fighter back in the day. I think that was the very first like networked game I played. You could play. I had two computers next to each other at my buddy's house, and we played X-Wing versus TIE Fighter together. It was kind of ridiculous, but it was fun.
I remember the first time I ever saw two devices linked up via network to play was an Xbox for Halo 1 LAN parties.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I went to a private school in 2000. Well, I went to private school in high school, but my freshman year of high school was 2003, and we had this thing called Spirit Day or something, and everyone brought these Xboxes in, and they linked them up in the library and had these huge LAN parties. It was bizarre.
Yeah, we used to at my college. We used to at the back of class when we had the PC version of Halo. It was fun. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Let's see. We just had all four floors of the dorm common rooms taken over every Friday and Saturday night for Halo parties. First floor versus second versus third versus fourth.
Oh shit! Okay, all right.
Oh,
I'm looking up. Oh, go ahead, guys.
We used to have a comic book store that was local to me that had rooms in the back that were just nothing but network computers. And we used to play like Command and Conquer and Warcraft and all kinds of crap. Like Warcraft 2, not WoW or anything. I mean, eventually they did have WoW in there, but I'm talking about like really old games. They had whole just banks of computers and dark rooms, and nerds would go in there paying $1.50 or $2 an hour to go play games on this network together. It was awesome.
I'm looking up to answer that question. I looked up Poe Dameron's appearances. I don't think Poe Dameron's from any of those. Yeah, looks like he appears. whatever Poe. Oh, these are the Poe Dameron comic books, Moving Target, Force Awakens novelization. Yeah, I don't think he appeared in anything those games included. And that's the part is Poe Dameron's the one character I could actually still get behind, but they'll probably do something stupid with him in Episode 9. So, fuck it.
He'll
I
try to
mean,
bang Finn too.
They haven't done anything with him so far. All they did was, basically stomp on him. So that he'll probably just turn into a doormat by the time.
If
9
anything, a
rolls
generic bland character is welcomed in my book because it's like, hey, at least he's not this and that. At least he's not emasculated garbage.
Yeah, very true.
Well,
we saw that.
Admiral Gender Studies kind of emasculated him, or tried to emasculate him.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because Reason says, I'm saying the creator of Poe was a player of those games, Jeff. Oh, okay.
all right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to to get your question wrong there. Because Reasons, I apologized. I need to go back. I almost last year when Steam had their big summer sale? I almost bought, or was it this year? I almost went back and bought all their Star Wars games because my PC would run it, and then I realized it's Disney Star Wars, and I don't want to help.
Yeah. Did you ever play Jedi Outcast and all the Kyle Katarn stories? Those were actually pretty good stories.
I think, yeah, I played a couple of those.
I feel like they totally could have ran with that. If they wanted to have like new characters that they could completely recast, why not go that route? Because they had a whole diverse cast in there too.
I did play Jedi Outcast. That was I know I'm pretty sure I played the first one. Yeah. Those were a lot of fun, and they could have rendered that as well. I mean, they could also do Knights of the Old Republic too as well. I think they're making that into a show though for like Showtime or HBO or something.
It'll be on the streaming service if they even do it.
In Jedi Outcast, you play as a Jedi, or is it create your own character?
Jedi Outcast, you play as Kyle Katarn.
I figured you'd be Big Boy or Andre Cool through 30,000.
Yeah.
That would be awesome if that was like a bonus character you could play with.
Yeah, that Jedi Outcast bombs over Tatooine. Just listen to the bang.
Where's that album? Goddammit, I want that album.
I'm sorry, Miss Skywalker.
You should write those lyrics on stand point of view, Kendo.
I can do that.
Yeah, man.
That'd be rad. You could in the multiplayer you could play as like Luke and a bunch of different characters, and I think you could actually make your own character as well in the multiplayer.
Bombs over Endor.
Now that was on GameCube, right?
I played it on PC.
Okay, whatever the one that was on GameCube, or at least that era, I have played. I think you meet you meet Luke in the game, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
That because you go through like the Jedi Temple.
Squadron.
Yeah, that was a great game too.
What was it? Phil that said he loved the Obi-Wan game for Xbox.
Yeah, that was him.
Because that game was terrible. Oh my god! I remember playing that. That was one of the earlier Xbox games, and oh man, I would never play that again.
Man, those early Xbox games, jeez.
Janice in the chat says they continue KOTOR with Star Wars: The Old Republic. To be honest, I have no faith in them making anything with the Old Republic at this point. I understand where he's coming with because I played the Old Republic in mass for a long time. Actually, I still have an account that I can't currently cancel because I don't know where my little key fob is.
Jeez.
And, yeah, I know. No, it's a whole mess. But the Old Republic was really good. The initial playthrough, all the initial storyline, and even like the first 2 expansions were pretty good. But then it just rapidly went downhill after that, and it's garbage chair now. I don't know what the hell they've done to it. They tried to like balance all the characters, and every character went to be like this ultra generic character. It's kind of if you played Diablo 2, you know you had all those trees and you can make it very unique characters. And then Diablo 3, it was basically the same thing for everybody. It's kind of that same thing that they did to all the characters, no matter what class you were. Yeah, and all the good aspects of it are gone.
I forgot that there was a Clone Wars game that I actually owned for the Xbox. That was fun.
I did like the Force Unleashed games as well. Those were fun.
Oh yeah, those were great.
Oh yeah, those. Although Force Unleashed 2 was super short,
Yep, it was. It was damn short.
it was disappointingly short. Actually, I mean the story was fine-ish. It was just too short.
I don't even remember playing through it. I just remember Dion bought it and I borrowed it, and you fight Darth Vader at the end, and that's about all I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't remember pulling the Star Destroyer out of the sky?
I remember that. That was so much fun.
That was the first one, though, right?
Yeah, that was the first one.
Oh no, I remember the first
Yeah.
one. Well, I don't remember the second one. That was the one that I played, and it was a
Yeah, you had all the
blinking
platforms at the end when you're fighting Vader.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so much fun, though.
I liked when Star Wars was kept
Yeah,
alive like that.
Yeah, because I mean that was a super fun game. The story was good. The character was awesome. You know, you kept bouncing between light and the dark side and what to do and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
So, did you hear that? I don't remember if it was Ryan Johnson and JJ or if it was just Ryan Johnson, but they were basically referencing The Force Awakens and saying they had to step the Force powers up a notch because of that game. I'm like, fucking really?
Yeah, well, because you can't do that because that's a game. Not everybody's played it, or not everybody's played it.
Okay, I know that Lucas at one point said it was canon, but I'm pretty sure that KK went along and snuffed that out.
Oh, definitely.
That chick is the worst.
Yep, she's up there.
Dude, we need to get that freaking trebuchet built, man.
I'll contribute parts to it. Ethan's got to construct it though. That's an Ethan Van Sciver joint.
Oh my god.
That trebuchet, he was talking about the counterweight is a space shuttle, and then you have to use a rocket booster or strap them to a rocket booster on the whip part to make sure that they leave orbit.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
There's something attractive to look at, folks.
Oh wow.
God, it takes me back.
Man, that was so much fun too.
I remember I was sick. I was in the 4th grade and I was really sick, and I was like, Mom, can I get this Rogue Squadron game? And I don't know why she bought it for me, but she did because I was sick. It was awesome.
I remember that the N64 Rumble pack. Oh man, shit.
Because that was one of the few N64 games that had full voice work.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember playing that. The guy that did the voice of Luke sounded pretty good for back then. Nice work, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. I can't believe that Mark Hamill got stuffed in almost every Star Wars game. Like,
yeah.
What? Like, why would you not bring Mark in? He's already voice acting. Why are you not bringing him in to do some video game work? I'm sure he's more than happy to lend his voice.
I mean, it could have been that he was just sick of it and just didn't want to do it.
Just didn't have the time, maybe.
Or it was too expensive.
Yeah, there's that.
Maybe too expensive, but I don't know.
I don't think Rebel Assault was that good of a game, actually. Somebody in the chat said Rebel Assault was better. I had that for PC. I hated that game. Because that wasn't like real 3D. It was like that early Doom era 3D type of shit. Let me make sure
yeah.
Where you're flying the damn T-16 Skyhopper through Beggar's Canyon. That was... I did not like that game at all.
Well, I feel like Mark did voices for other games. He just never did any where he reprised his role as Luke.
He was Wolverine.
He was Wolverine. He was I believe he was also in what was that? It was another space game.
Wing Commander.
Wing Commander. Yeah, he was in Wing Commander.
Oh man.
So I can't imagine that he was that expensive. I just feel like for one reason or another they never past him or something. I don't know.
Star Wars Rebel Assault 2, The Hidden Empire. Oh, it's sold out. I was going to buy a copy.
Yeah.
We can get Star Wars Knights of Terras Kasai, though, real cheap. That game was terrible. Oh, my God. I'm going to see what the cheapest Star Wars PS1 game is on eBay. Wow. $10.99 for Jedi Power Battles. $11 for Phantom Menace. It says complete rare game. Yeah, it's rare, but it's $11. We'll do shit.
The only game on PlayStation worth playing is called Dead Ball Zone. That's it.
Dead Ball Zone.
Oh, dude, this game was amazing. It was like it's futuristic handball. And so what you do is you run around playing handball and stuff, trying to like score goals and win, but you're like these semi-cyborgy things. And there's different maneuvers you can do to dispossess your opponents. One of them's called the packet check, where you just run up, you kick him in the balls, he pukes, drops the ball, and you can take it from him. And like they take damage and stuff. So you could like do spine busters and shit and eventually like kill your opponents and win that way. It was awesome.
Yeah, the cover, I'm looking at it right now. It just says DBZ.
Yeah, that's it. I still have a copy for a PlayStation. I don't own a PlayStation anymore, but I still have a copy of that game because I refuse to ever get rid of it in the event that I ever play it on PlayStation again.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe you should bring it to Star Wars Celebration, and I'll bring a PlayStation 3 that's backwards compatible, and you can have one more run at it.
That's fine, dude. I remember how to packet check. It's the fucking I don't know. It's just the left button on the controller and the bottom button. You just go boop, real quick and you just run. You hit them, they go, ugh, and they drop the ball.
Let's see what IGN gave this game.
It's all Brandon and I ever did. We just ran around fucking kicking each other in the balls and trying to win that way.
God, the original PlayStation, I don't really think of PlayStation in Star Wars games. Like
yeah, because N64 kind of had the market on that. Like they did a lot of those games.
Fuck, really
was it Shadows of the Empire that was on N64, or was that Super Nintendo?
That was on
N64.
That was a fun game.
That was
a great game.
Anybody that killed the walkers by doing anything other than just fucking hitting them with the tow rope and dropping them that way is doing the game wrong.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like a couple hundred shots or something to destroy them with laser blasts?
Yeah, or you just fucking pop them with the tow rope thing and just circle around them a few times and trip them up and drop them that way.
Yeah.
It was a couple hundred continues to drop them with your laser blast is what it was.
By the way, Kendo, we got a super chat from Because Reasons. Kendo is so fucking serious, I can't look at that picture. LMAO, sorry.
Okay. I mean, I could change it to something better if that'll make them happy.
Let's see. What could you change it to?
I have a couple ideas.
Ooh, you should be afraid now because reasons.
You asked for it, you're going to get it.
It's going to be a picture of Cecil kissing Ethan.
I was gonna say I did the Cecil one before and it fucking butt hurt the shit out of people.
I know, they got so butthurt.
They're like, hey, this is that real Cecil, I'm dumb. And it's like, yeah, you are.
Here's a good question from Logan Michael, guys. It's one of those either or questions. So Logan Michael asks, PlayStation or Xbox? I think PlayStation.
PlayStation. Hands down.
Well,
PlayStation has always been the game of, or the system for like story-based games. Like Xbox, they go the first-person shooters, and first-person shooters are fine, but they get really old really fast.
I don't know. I love first-person shooters a lot. Like I played a ton of those, and I still play them now.
I just own them both, so that argument never works with me.
Now, I guess Logan Michael's asking current gen.
Oh, okay.
Again, I own them both, so that argument doesn't work for me.
If we're going original Xbox versus original PlayStation, I'm going to go PlayStation.
I had them both.
I did too. I've had the only console I've not owned.
I liked them equally well.
Look, I've never owned an Xbox One, and I've never owned a Nintendo Wii U, but I've had everything else. That's been
got those as well.
Oh my god!
I have no desire.
Jeff, did you have a Jaguar 64? Were you like one of the 6 people that bought that?
No, I meant like the big main ones. I had a Nintendo.
Okay.
64.
I know someone that did, so I was able to play it several times.
The thing is, I've never seen that console in person.
The controller was epic. It had so many buttons on it.
Yeah,
it was out of control.
You had to like know fucking space launch codes to be able to make that thing work.
He's not lying.
You had to know calculus to get that damn thing to work.
A big honking motherfucker with a lot of buttons.
It was the Duke before the Duke Xbox controller.
Yeah.
God, the first Xbox
I got it.
controller was
Oh, man,
trash.
I gotta say,
It was fucking humongoid.
jeez, I gotta say Xbox because I played a lot more of that than I did PlayStation. Even though I have a PS4 now and I fucking love it, but a lot of memories were made on the Xbox.
You know what? That needs to be their next slogan. A lot of memories were made on the Xbox.
Yeah.
You know, Nick met his future wife over Xbox Live.
Oh shit!
And I never saw her again.
Japan.
I never saw her again.
Cesario, Japan. Sony went full SJW, unfortunately.
How so?
See Last of Us 2 trailer at E3. Oh, they better not have fucked up Last of Us.
Well,
that game was so epic.
I played the first one of that for like a little bit, and I didn't fucking like it. It was like
Really?
I gave it time. Everyone's like, oh, I'll play it. Last of Us awesome, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna play it for a little bit and see how it is. And I played it, and I was like, I mean, it was basically a zombie game, but with like a heavy fucking story. And I was like, okay,
Yeah, it's like a horror adventure game. It's awesome.
yeah, and that's why I like Until Dawn, because it's basically the same thing, and it's I think that's better. But yeah, this is like this is you hiding and trying to get away from the zombies, and it's basically like it seems like they're doing too much at once. They're trying to make this like touching story about this family and like surviving the apocalypse and weird zombies like in Resident Evil. Like it was just too much at once. I was like, I know what you're doing, and I don't buy it, and I don't care for it. So whatever.
Did you ever play the Uncharted games?
I have not played those. I really want to.
The Uncharted games are awesome. Nolan North voices the main character in there, and he's the one that played. Was it Miles from the Assassin's Creed series, like 1 through 3?
Okay.
So the same guy. They basically sounds just like Nathan Fillion. So, but it's totally epic.
Yeah,
what is Kendo's new picture? Because I still see Pika Batman.
I don't know. I changed it, but I guess it hasn't gone through yet. It's like that time that I was stuck being fucking Beaker and Bunsen when I was.
Well, just shoot me a screen grab over on our Facebook Messenger.
Oh, is it the was that like a weird Harley or a female Joker?
Oh yeah. Okay, he sees
Oh,
it.
I know what picture you chose. Is
it the Daisy Ridley one?
Yeah.
Oh, the Daisy Ridley Joker. Yes.
I know which one you chose.
It showed up on YouTube and not on Hangouts. That's why.
Oh, okay.
It's awful, but if they weren't happy with Batman at you, well then you can
see Batman at you is a good name. I endorse that.
Yeah, I second that.
You can deal with fucking Joker Ray.
Yeah, that's what you get, people. That's what you get.
Because
reasons you shall receive.
Because reasons sent to the super chat that says, I've heard that shit before. Bring it. Thank you, because reasons. And then Great Loner said, Jeff, just kicking in a few more bucks as a thank you for talking about X-Men cartoons on your morning show. Watched it recently and it still holds up. Thank you, Great Loner. I appreciate that. It does hold up. I remember when I first got Hulu, that was the second or third show I watched on that. And then I got kind of hooked. I almost wish I would have watched it more as a kid after watching it as an adult. Because, you had Power Rangers and other stuff to watch. So
I bought every last DVD for that. I went all in.
Oh, wow.
It was so good. I love, and those cartoons is what made me so disappointed with Fox for so long. Because as shitty as the dialogue and the still frames of, hey, look over there, watch that missile go across the sky while we're still standing here kind of stuff. Like, as shitty as that was, it was still way the hell better than what they were doing with like X3 and like, X3 was the start of the downfall for.
Yeah, it really was, because X2 X-Men United was such a great movie.
Yeah, I did like Days of Future Past. So that's one where they have to go, like, I guess they have to like take Logan and have him go back to time through his mind or whatever with Rogue. Or with Rogue? Yeah, okay, yeah. That's one I like that one as well. But yeah, part 3 sucked, and then like Apocalypse was not fun at all. First Class was okay. I didn't like it that much.
Well, First Class was actually pretty awesome all the way up until they hooked it to the universe where X3 existed.
Yeah, I did. I do love those movies of what was it? I think is it Silver Streak?
Quicksilver.
Quicksilver, thank
Quicksilver.
you. Quicksilver. I do love those scenes of him, like, you know, doing his thing. I really do love those.
Yeah.
I'd watch a whole movie of him. Honestly, that'd be a lot of fun.
Don't say that out loud because they'll bring back Aaron Taylor Johnson instead. So
I was gonna say, Days of Future Past actually inspired me to come up with an idea for a World Class Bullshitters movie. It's called Days of Future Ass, where we go back in time and warn ourselves against banging certain chicks. It's like you don't want to. Like, hey, 18-year-old you, don't touch that chick because she's fucking psycho.
Oh my god!
And then we just turn it into a business where we go and we like go back to the past and warn other dudes about certain chicks and things and
it's
help
like
them avoid stuff.
Ghostbusters.
Can our business please be called Pre-Block?
Yeah, sure.
All right, this is officially a World Class Bullshitters thing. So pre-block time.
We go back. The whole story is where we go back in time and help guys avoid, you know, pitfalls and mistakes with certain girls. Back, some guy, oh god, I've been miserable. I've been with her for 20 years. I should never have knocked her up. Like, we can fix this.
But it's going to cost you.
Yeah, we just take
all in advance.
Yeah, we just take pictures of him and his miserable family back in time, and you're like, hey, this is gonna be you in 20 fucking years. Don't bang that chick. And if you do, use a condom, but you probably still shouldn't do her anyway.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It'll be like Deadpool going back in time, slapping Ryan Reynolds or killing Ryan Reynolds right before he takes the Green Lantern job.
Yeah, it's like, dude, she turns into a fat harpy, and the kid's always fucking up. You don't want to deal with this.
Thanks, pre-blockers.
It's a kid, Marty. Somebody's gotta be done a bunch of kids.
Midnight Cherry TV chimes in with a super chat. Eternal Darkness is the best horror game, GameCube. I've never played that, but that's the one where it fucks with your memory card and shit. So,
oh yeah, I remember hearing problems with that. Yeah,
that was a crazy. Yeah, Eternal Darkness. That's the one. Yeah, that's infamous. The GameCube era was weird for me because I had the system on launch day, but I only had a few games for the first year, and then I got a PS2 the following year, and I got a bunch of.
So what you're telling me is Nintendo launched a console and only gave like 2 games out for the launch? Shocker!
Yeah. And one of them was a special Zelda.
Shocker! Holy shit! It's crazy how they keep doing that.
And it sold 1 trillion copies.
Yeah, 1.1 billion copies on launch day.
Oh my god!
Sith Lord Luke Skywalker says Joker Ray is hot. I would submit that Joker Ray looks way better than regular Ray.
Yeah, because Reason said that's not a bad looking ginger, Joker style.
You guys like him crazy, whatever.
Yeah, you're gonna need some fucking pre-blockers in a few years.
Pre-blockers.
That's the.
I'm about to get a visit from World Class Bullshitters in the future from Days of
We're
Future
ready
Ass.
to block for you.
Oh my god!
Do we wear jumpsuits and shit?
The easiest way to do that is
Yes, we can.
the easiest way to do that is we just go back to the past and just like when the guy's chatting up the chick, just show him pictures of Phil.
That's what she turns into. That's exactly what she turns into.
No, but that's the joke of the whole movie. We never let you see what we're showing the guys.
Oh yeah, they like horrible
Or the
reactions.
girls. Because all we do is we just divide and conquer. So like if they're
Oh, I like it. I like it.
And then like the whole movie, every time it's a white or an Asian chick, we have to convince Dion that there's a reason why we're here and he shouldn't have sex with her either.
What are you dragging away? It's like, come on, Dion.
Like,
Gotta
dude,
go back, dude.
Were you not there for the consultation meeting?
So
Were you not there for the briefing? Where were you that morning? God damn it!
did you say the
Dion will be-
breaching?
The briefing.
Oh, I thought you said the breaching. I was like, damn, that got dark quick.
That's another movie I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna make that with a female. That's something else.
Pre-blockers won't. We don't want to have to kill anybody, but we will if we have to.
No,
So
they
is
gotta pay extra for that.
Is that the 5th World Class Bullshitters comic book after shipping and handling?
Yeah, sure.
Oh god, I forgot about that too.
I haven't. I haven't. I've got
I'm glad you haven't.
ideas.
I'm glad you haven't. I'm glad you
I got
haven't.
several ideas for story arcs for shipping.
Because
immediately.
that is a ridiculous name for like a buddy comedy, and I'm fucking down for it. It's
Postmaster General's an asshole, so they got their hands full.
I'm glad that's the name of the family. That's awesome.
You gave me that idea. I was like, that's a great idea. I'm just gonna.
Because it's so dumb that it has to work.
I've got one sketch already written out and storyboarded for our sketch show when that happens. It's great.
Oh man,
So-
I was watching old '90s shows. I didn't realize Pete and Pete started out as like a little 2-minute segment in between shows.
Oh yeah, little interstitials.
Yeah, and then it became a show.
Oh, dude, I used to watch it when it was just the little 2-minute snippets. That
Oh
show,
yeah, dude.
That's my favorite Nickelodeon show. Down in the chat,
Oh,
let me know
what
what your
the
favorite
fuck?
Nickelodeon shows were. Yeah, I'm gonna share that with the audience right now.
That's awesome. That's so good.
But guys, we never really get too political on this channel, but the current Scarlett Johansson not being able to play the transgender person really bothers me. So we're advocating that Scarlett Johansson play this iconic
I dig it.
Oh my god.
Folks, you know what? Don't tell me about the your favorite Nickelodeon shows in the chat. Tell me what roles you want Scarlett Johansson to play in the future. Make sure they're absurd.
Can she
No,
do
no, no.
can she do a
No, no.
remake of Ray?
I want to see her as Schindler in Schindler's List.
God.
Where's Ray Charles?
Can she play Malcolm X?
Yes.
What if she played Doug from Nickelodeon?
Oh my god.
She just goes back and she takes over the roles of all these civil rights people. So she's Malcolm X, she's Martin Luther
Wait,
King.
no.
She's
Can
Gandhi.
she play Hitler? Can that be a thing?
Ooh.
Does Indiana
Yes,
Jones
we
like
can
get
make
a
that
book
happen.
signed by her? I just love this image so much that I'm
It is amazing. I fucking love it. It's so ridiculous.
ScarJo is Biff.
Oh my god.
What are you looking at, butthead?
That is the sexiest Biff ever. I don't know about that. That'd be a
Now,
little bit.
Biff, don't con me.
Only if she wears her tight black catsuit the whole time. I'm okay with that then.
No, she's gonna be dressed just like Thomas F. Wilson. She's gonna add on extra weight too to look just
Oh
like him.
god.
Yep. It's the only way it'll work.
Scarlett
Alright,
Johansson
fine.
as RoboCop. That'd be incredible too.
Oh my god.
Fee.
Sarah Japan says Naughty Dog went full SJW. The Last of Us to emphasize the lesbian side of Ellie in 18E3 trailer, and a YouTube that was a big fan of ND has been shunned by SJWs for calling out the crap. That seems like their modus operandi.
Do what now?
Apparently, so I didn't really watch anything from E3 this year, but from Cesara Japan,
I
says
didn't.
Naughty Dog went full SJW with The Last of Us 2, emphasized the lesbian side of Ellie in the 18E3 trailer, and a YouTuber was a big fan of Naughty Dog, has been shunned by SJWs.
Okay.
Oh,
So I guess
geez.
they didn't virtue signal hard enough to.
What is this? Gamergate Part 2 or what?
Yeah, it is. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
That's
Extra gamery.
I know. I don't know why they're forcing this. It's like, once again, just write shit, write good shit, and then add this into the background, and don't fucking make it a thing. We'll be okay with it.
So Commander Cody 17 says, "Can I get on this bullshitty goodness?" I mean, Commander Cody is a
Extra.
patron.
It's extra bullshitty. You send him the invite. That's cool.
All right, then Commander Cody, Obi-Wan says it's so. So let me send this to you, and while I do, because Reason says salute your shorts is their favorite Nickelodeon show. That was fantastic. Ugly.
Make it stop.
ScarJo is Malkovich and being John Malkovich.
Being Scarlett Johansson. God, I would never leave the house. I would just send a bunch of naked pictures of myself to myself. That way, when I like,
Dude,
get
you could you could launch your own campsite like overnight and make you know so much money.
I would just film
$1
so
million.
many fucking self videos and photos and stuff and send and put them on like a flash drive. And then when I get dumped out on the side of the interstate, I'll have them all on my phone. Like, yes, it worked. It paid off.
Hey, by the way, Commander Cody, send me a message on Patreon because I don't know your real name off the top of my head. So, so I at least know who to send this invite to.
Stalin Pimp just went epic. ScarJo is Judge Dredd.
Ooh.
Oh,
Scarlett Johansson as Doc Brown and Marty.
only if they get to make out.
Or you do Idris Elba as Doc Brown, and then but we have to change name obviously in the times we live in, and Scarlett Johansson will be Marty, so that way we can combine both.
There you go.
And
Should
Shia
he be
LaBeouf is Biff.
Should he be Doc White instead, or
Yeah,
what
Idris
we
Elba
go
would have to
here?
be Dr. White.
That's right.
It's the only right way.
Just do it, Marty. Just do it.
ScarJo as Idris Elba.
Oh, there we go. ScarJo is Ron Jeremy.
Oh my god.
And Idris Elba is Chrissy Canyon.
Ooh.
ScarJo is Jaws and Jaws.
Oh my god. Well, no. Somebody already sent me the what is it? Idris Elba as Jaws, and I fucking love that picture. Oh my god.
That was incredible.
That was so good. It was so good.
ScarJo is Peter Griffin.
Oh my god.
Because Reason sent in a super chat that says, please, no more Joker Ray. It's scaring me.
I changed it.
Good.
I don't know if it's coming up yet, but I changed it again. I found something better.
Not on YouTube, it hasn't.
All right, hang on. Let me bounce out and come back and see if that fixes it. Talk amongst yourself. The topic is
Oh,
Mike
Jeff
Myers.
isn't gonna like this one. ScarJo is Spider-Man.
Hey, I'd watch it. Her in that suit.
Yeah, about to say that's getting tight suit. Yeah, I'm down with that. With weird goo coming out of her hands, why not?
ScarJo is Sloth from the Goonies.
she has a wonky eye and boobs.
I knew a girl like that in college. Logan Michaels.
Oh god.
Her name was Danielle.
Oh shit.
Scarlett Johansson is Jason Voorhees, says Logan Michaels 69. Thank you, Logan Michaels.
God.
So basically, these teenagers are going to get killed by like a 5'1" woman in a hockey mask.
Works
Who's
for
really
me.
hot? Okay.
Oh,
Sure, why not?
Baby Ruth. Scarlett Johansson is Daniel LaRusso.
Oh my god.
And Idris Elba is Johnny Lawrence.
Oh my god.
No, Mr. Miyagi is played by Idris Elba.
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh my god, Kenda, that's your new picture.
Told you I could find something worse.
Oh, that's
I don't get to
wonderful.
I don't get to see any of these.
Well,
Come
no,
on.
it's Batman and Joker kissing.
is that
Oh.
Caesar?
Drawn
Is that
one.
Caesar as Joker, or which one?
No, it's
It's whatever Joker you want it to be. So if it's your favorite one, it's that one.
yeah, it's that one.
Scarlett Johansson is Irish Cecil. How about Scarlett Johansson is real Cecil? Hello.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Somebody said ScarJo is Eric Cartman. But I was going to say earlier, the way you were talking about Dion, ignoring the briefings and whatever. I was like, it sounds like Cartman in Medicinal Fried Chicken.
Oh my god.
Is that the Stoned Off My Balls episode?
Yeah, the one
Yes.
where they're like fucking microwaving their junk so that they could get weed and they're bouncing around like they're hippity
God.
hops.
The hippity hops.
Yeah. That was a great
Yeah.
episode.
It's like
That was-
pussy.
Was one of the best episodes.
Because Reason says ScarJo in Varsity Blues?
Is she Ali Larder?
Yeah.
Oh no,
No, she's John
James
Voight.
Vanderbeek. She's James Vanderbeek,
She's good-
and Ali
she's gotta
Larder
be
is still
Jen.
Ali Larder.
She's the
Yeah.
beak.
Yeah,
And they
Dawson's
scissor.
Creek. James Vanderbeek. I love that so much. No, I would watch her in that film. Can she be the fat cowboy?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Wasn't that guy in Not Another Teen Movie and kept getting concussions or something?
Yeah.
That was the
He
joke.
basically I remember the thing. Like I remember watching the behind the scenes of the BTS. I mean, whatever it is, and they wanted another fat guy to be like him, and he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna parody myself, and that's how he got paid twice.
He's skinny nowadays, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson is Mr. T.
That's
Oh
exactly
my
what
God.
I just saw.
You look kind of how
I pity the fool.
Quit your jibber jabber.
It has to be Mr. T in the A team though. Or how about ScarJo as every member of the A team?
I'm down. Hey, can some of our fans out there who are talented in Photoshop make us images of Scarlett Johansson in 1980s television shows?
Yeah.
We'll feature you on the channel and give you a shout out on any live video we do.
She's every member of the cast of The Facts of Life.
Oh, dude, Scarlett Johansson is Thomas the Tank Engine. I want to see that one.
Yeah, if you tweet it to us, send it to us, we'll try to post it wherever we can, just so we can get it all out there.
This sounds like the new Chuck Norris joke.
Oh gosh.
Because Reason super chatted and said, I think we'd see ScarJo in any role. I think we've established this. I don't know. There are some roles that Scarlett Johansson can't play.
ScarJo is Wilson from Castaway.
ScarJo!
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 Yeah, but
Oh
which
my
part of her is the ball?
You pick.
It's just a set of just a set of like a bloody handprint on it. That's all it is. That's all it is.
So Commander Cody is on his way in.
ScarJo is Alf.
Ew.
Dude,
Well, I mean, it's
Don't
fun
change
because
that.
he eats pussy. It's okay.
don't change Elf. Elf is perfect the way it is.
Look at it. I like the
ScarJo is
Scarlett Johansson
Coneheads.
memes. Here we go. This is perfect.
ScarJo is Airwolf.
Can ScarJo be Kit from Knight Rider?
Yes. He drives around on her. Not the car, her.
This chat is on fire right now.
Here we go, folks. I hope you guys enjoy my new image. I'll get rid of the bald Scarlett Johansson, and we'll change it to something more fun.
Well, I can't see it, so it's okay.
There we go.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Describe it for me.
It's Scarlett Johansson falling down.
Yeah, it's like her like halfway through the fall.
All right, hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
I'll send you the link. No, I'll just send you the link. Here you go.
Nope, I see it. I pulled up YouTube so I could see it. Wow, I can see myself talking to myself. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the one I wanted to share, but I'm not going to put it on YouTube because I don't really feel like getting, copyright strikes and all this other bullshit in the channel right now. This is the one that I wanted to post, and you guys can check the Facebook page.
I never said my picture was going to be scary. I just said I was going to make something worse to fuck with you.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god, they took the picture of Scarlett Johansson falling down and turned her into a DJ.
Nice. What did she like fall down just like accidentally, or was this for like a movie?
I don't know. I think this is just on the street.
Now I feel slightly bad for her. I should pick her up and kiss her and make her feel better.
Hold on.
Michael, wasn't that David Arquette?
No, he's a former world champion.
No, Logan Michael said in the super chat that says Scarlett Johansson is the retarded brother from There's Something About Mary. not Nick Swardston.
No, I can't think of his name.
Don't touch your headphones.
Yeah. Have you seen my baseball?
Yeah.
Have you seen my wiener?
That was weird.
You sound like Doofy.
Well, that's what the fucking retarded brother from There's Something About Mary sounded like.
There we go. There's my new one.
What?
Is that better?
That is fucking awesome.
You got to get that one song to play like din 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 din.
Shooting
din,
Star?
din, din.
Oh, We need to Photoshop KK's head on ScarJo's body right there.
No, we don't.
Dude,
Have her fall in.
no.
Dude, you know what? Just for that, you're banned from the show.
No, just having her fall from orbit.
Oh man,
Ever
there-
trying to sully
make it
Scarlett
roast
Johansson
Tico.
with Kathleen Kennedy anything? That's grounds for permanent suspension. Double secret probation.
Double secret.
Make it roast Tico and have her fall to Earth and have Ethan catch her.
No, because
I got you.
They would be worse than the dinosaurs. It would rain potatoes on us for a millennia.
At least we have food.
It's making up for the transgressions of the potato famine.
Yes, it's a very pro-Irish meteor strike.
By the time she gets to Earth, they're just potato chips. I don't feel so good.
I'm sorry. Now, here we go. This should be fun if I could find it. Okay, guys, you see this moving? Let's look at some of these Scarlett Johansson falling down pictures.
Well, there's more than
There's
Oh,
more.
jeez.
So, thank you, Internet, for fucking up. So, we got this one.
oh shit.
We got this one. We got
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez. The bongo drums were the best.
I like a riding dolphin.
Oh shit.
The best one.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Falling down a mountain. I don't know.
Oh, that's like a tradition. I think in like Scotland or somewhere in Europe, they
People
just
just
roll
fall
down a
down.
hill.
Oh shit.
You know, we're going. Oh wait, was that a Skyrim? joke?
The baby. That baby was great.
We're going back to this one right here.
That needs to be your new picture, Jeff.
Let's see if I can get it to go just this image.
What would be even better is if you Photoshop the fat guy from Jurassic Park on there, onto that baby.
Dennis Landry?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is too much fun tonight. I'll lock that in place for a moment.
Jeez.
So, where do you guys want to take the conversation?
Was Commander in here now?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
Nothing. Just got done watching the home run derby. It was interesting. I know you guys aren't in the sports here, but
I am.
well, yeah, Kendo, did you watch it, or did you have it on in the background or something?
Yeah, I had it on the background. I really wasn't paying attention to it though.
Yeah, Harper.
The home run derby isn't what it used to be.
It's not.
Ever since they took out steroids.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that they've revamped the formula a bazillion times to try to make it more exciting. And no one that's actually a serious like power hitter really does the home run derby anymore.
Yeah, I wasn't that interested this year. It was kind of weak, except for like Harper. But oh, Nick,
What's up, man?
remember last time when I told you to about that one meme I wanted you to make? It was Miley Cyrus. It was Miley Cyrus on the Wrecking Ball in the Wrecking Ball video, and put Kathleen Kennedy's face on Miley Cyrus, and then the Wrecking Ball is Ryan Johnson's head.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I'm sorry.
If somebody would give me Photoshop, I would totally do these things.
Oh my god! If
Someone did.
I fear for Kendall getting Photoshop. It would
Could
just
you
be like
imagine what it'd be like if I had Photoshop?
a barrage of memes like every day.
Oh, dude, I would just like my days off like today. I would just be like, I ain't fucking doing anything to work on this house. I'm spending the entire time just making fucking memes. Like that Booker T promo, that would have been a meme of the four of us.
Oh my god! I need to. Okay, I'm gonna try to get you like. See if I can get you like a good bootleg Photoshop or something.
Yeah, dude, you do that. Oh shit. 2 days off a week I have. Yeah, those are invested heavily in shit that doesn't matter.
People are saying Photoshop is like $10 a month. I don't think Kendo can have always online services, right?
That's true. My online, I save my entire data plan specifically for this channel.
We love you for it. I have Photoshop. That's what I do all the images in. It's not as fun as you'd think after you use it for work.
Well, I would use it for debaucherous shit.
That's what I did in high school. It was fun.
If I used Photoshop for my work, I would be fired within an hour.
You think it would take that long?
No, it'd probably be a lot less. It would just the amount of time they would have to like go through like 3 different like levels of like referrals to management. I'd have to go through each level, and eventually get to the top. And the manager would probably be like, "He's really good. We don't want to get rid of him, but you probably shouldn't have photoshopped one of your coworkers blowing a horse." I'm like, I know I shouldn't have, but it was funny.
This got dark.
Is that Scarlett Johansson's next role?
No, she
plays Photoshop.
No, Scarlett Johansson would be the horse in my scenario because I don't want to see her blowing a horse. That just would ruin it.
Transgender horse.
Yes, she's a transgender horse and she wins the Kentucky Derby. Scarlett Johansson comes to you this summer in Triple Crown, the story of a filly colt.
Seabiscuit too.
Scar Biscuit is what I was about to say.
Seabiscuit 2, The Second Coming.
Dude, first Seabiscuit's a very underrated movie.
Wasn't Tobey Maguire in that?
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire is in it. He's the jockey, and Jeff Bridges is the horse's owner. And the horse is played by Sarah Jessica Parker. I think Elizabeth Banks is in that movie too. A very, very boinkable Elizabeth Banks is in that movie.
She was in Spider-Man as well.
She was. It was about the same time she filmed both those because I think Seabiscuit was 2003. So
Let's
she
look
would
it
have
up.
been filming. She would have been filming them like probably back to back.
See what she looked like in Seabiscuit.
Pretty much the way she looks, and she looks exactly the same as she does in Spider-Man, except for instead of straight hair, she has curly hair, but it's black.
Oh, I see it.
She's really had a much better career than I thought she would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now she directs and produces and all kinds of shit. Good for her.
Sells houses on TV commercials for
Yep.
Zillow or whatever it is. Looks good. doing it.
It's Zillow. It's Zillow.
Yeah.
I liked her in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, she was good in that.
God, that's such a good movie.
The only problem is with the Judd Apatow comedies, they start out great and then they get stupid and preachy, and then I just never watch it.
Well, see, that's how Blockers was for when I watched it. It came out with this really good premise, and then it became very preachy at the end. I was like, "Oh, go fuck yourself."
40-Year-Old Virgin has what I call the Mary effect for There's Something About Mary. The first few times you watch it, it's awesome, but then after like the 4th or 5th viewing, it's like this. I don't get this movie anymore. It's not that fun, and you have to go like 6 years before you watch it again. Because I had the same experience with both movies. Saw them in theaters, thought they were hilarious. Saw them the day they came out on home video, thought they were hilarious. Saw them a couple more times with friends, and was like, man, okay, this is starting to run its course. And then I didn't watch them again for like 10 years. And I was like, wow, these movies are really funny, but I'm not going to watch it again for 10 years.
Yeah, Austin Powers was that way for me, except for they never became funny again. Like I remember them being so funny, at least the first two, and when I watched them again later, they were not funny at all.
They still hold up for me.
The only one that's actually held up is Goldmember for me.
Oh,
that's the worst one.
Dude, can we seriously put him on double secret probation now? He already tried to get us to picture Scarlett Johansson as Kathleen Kennedy, and now he's trying to rag on the 2 good Austin Powers movies and champion the bad one.
Well,
Come on,
discount
Obi-Wan.
Snoke's in that one, so I mean,
Yes, no.
You're breaking my heart, dude. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
Essentially, double secret probation works this way. You still pay us each month. We just don't talk to you. And after 6 months, you will be under 1 review. And if you pass it, which you won't, you go to the next level, which is a 2nd review, which you won't pass the first one. So it's okay. And then 6 months later, if you keep paying us, we'll review you again.
wait, wasn't that
Uh-oh.
Ant-Man 2?
Oh, we got some news. Comcast has now bowed out of the bidding for 20th Century Fox.
Well,
Didn't they kind of bow out when their deal was rejected and somebody else's was accepted?
No, they officially bowed out just now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Fandom Wire put out an article 1 minute ago.
That's like
Yeah.
me applying for a job and not getting it, and somebody else gets it, and then like 3 weeks later, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to consider working for that company
Yeah.
anymore. Calling them, be like, I'm taking myself out of the running for that position. It's like, we gave it to somebody else. Be like, yeah, but officially, I'm not interested anymore. They're like, okay.
Yeah, another Netflix article just popped up right now.
I'm gonna get into that at great lengths tomorrow because
Yeah, I'll send you the 2 ones that I have now, and both of them are really kind of like very interesting on where it's going.
Send me those in our normal chat over on Facebook so I can be prepped for good morning pop culture.
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
People are still talking about Scarlett Johansson in the chat.
Gosh.
I love it.
Should we keep this going?
What, the Scarlett Johansson meme? Sure.
I feel like this is lasting longer than the Idris Elba stuff.
Oh god, yeah. Somebody tweeted us like a Idris Elba Jaws one. I was so fucking happy. I was like, God damn it, that's amazing.
That reminds me, I was watching a episode. It was last year, and the one segment that freaking had me rolling on the ground was the Jaden Smith tweet segment.
Yes.
Oh my
What
god.
episode
I was
was that?
losing my complete shit listening to it in Starbucks one day, and people are looking at me like, "What the hell is
No,
this guy
Jeff.
doing?"
Yeah. Jeff was reading off Jaden Smith tweets, and we were just
Oh,
like,
that
Hey,
was
should You want me to
that
look
was
one
the,
up right
that was
now?
the show BC. That was before Kendo.
You said BC. I didn't it be BK?
Yes, but I am the savior, so it's still BC.
You know,
And
Commander
BK is
Cody?
that's a defunct shoe company. We don't want to get sued.
Yeah, British Knights.
Or blood killers if you went to a school in outskirts of St. Louis and you thought you were hood.
I'm gonna stick with British Knight.
I wasn't one of those kids that thought they were a hood. I was like, no, I'm a white kid from the county. I'm not going to subscribe to that.
So Timothy Riggs sent us a super chat that said Netflix is going to cancellation bucket for me. Dude, Netflix is such an easy pass if I didn't, share it with Dan. Hulu all day, every day.
I want Netflix to come out with the Papa John story. I want that. I want that movie. The rise and fall.
of Papa John's.
Oh, who plays Papa John's in the upcoming Papa
Shia
John's movie?
LaBeouf.
Will Ferrell. That's who plays him.
Jaden Smith.
Now I'm not going to want to watch the movie.
You'll still watch it. You just won't be that happy about it.
Yeah, because I don't like Will Ferrell.
But you'll still watch though, so it's fine. It's okay.
I will, but I'll order a Pizza Hut or a Domino's instead.
Yeah, Pizza Hut.
Don't order Pizza Hut because I don't think they even have a mobile app. I think they're still relying on fucking phone calls.
Pizza Hut is run by a bunch of closet racists that outed Papa John, so don't order their pizza. That statement may or may not be true. Don't sue us.
Okay, here's a Jaden Smith tweet. I am not an icon. You are. Like, what the fuck is this guy's problem?
I understand that I am an icon and you're not. Thank you, Jaden Smith.
Thanks, Jaden Smith. Go back and
Make shitty movies with your dad.
Yeah, have a mochaccino and calm down.
I
Yeah.
never would have knew that unless the Fresh Prince's son told me that. Damn.
Now we're all kind of better people, but not really.
It all comes back to Egypt.
No, it doesn't. It started before Egypt. Unless he's talking about those aliens that built the pyramids. That's a true story. Brian Williams was there.
I found one. It says, Shia LaBeouf is life.
He's not wrong, but he should be starring in every movie.
Oh my god.
I guess Jaden Smith's making an album, so that's all he posts about.
He's making
Little Whitley style. Instead of Miami, he's going to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my god, no, he's going to Tampa. He's going to Tampa.
Going to Tampa.
You're almost to Miami. Because Reason sent in a super chat that says ScarJo is not a gay frog. She's a thong frog.
Well, it depends on what water she's drinking, because Alex Jones might think she's turning gay.
I like this tweet from him. I brought sunscreen to the club tonight.
Why?
You're black. I don't see the point.
Yeah.
I think black people can get sunburnt. I'm just.
They
I
can't
know
just
that.
take
I know
longer.
that. I know that, but I'm just like, okay, good for you, buddy. I mean, like, well, I mean, like, what is the album going to be about? Is it going to be just him like saying
It's
existential bullshit?
it's already out. You can go download a copy.
Hey,
No, I'm good, thank you. I don't want my ears to bleed.
Hey, your mom's here. Sorry, I'm on doofus duty. Be right back.
Okay.
Oh, my God. I hate Twitter so much.
Oh, whatever. You love it.
I
Yeah.
don't even have a Twitter.
You're not missing out. You're not missing out.
The only reason I got a Twitter is because the Cleveland Indians retweeted one of my pictures one day. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get credit for it. And they never tagged me.
Damn it, those motherfuckers.
I know.
Why they're in Cleveland.
Oh God, somebody.
Oh, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Okay.
Oh, somebody put Scarlett Johansson's face on Thomas the Tank.
Yes! Send me that, Nick.
I just retweeted it, but that's beautiful. That is.
Who sent it? Give him a shout out.
Hold on, let me see.
clearly listening.
M Lind.
All right, cool.
At King _ Eric _
Oh, is it Eric?
XV?
Eric the 15th. Yeah, that dude's a super fan of the show.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, man.
I was like XV, yeah, 15th. All right, yeah, I know. I'm horrible at Roman numerals.
Yeah, Samoan Roman numerals are completely different.
They're just circles drawn in blood.
That means 12.
No, that's 11. I've told you this before, Jeff. Jesus.
I apologize.
ScarJo is the Taco Bell dog. Fuck.
Who remembers the goddamn Taco Bell dog? Good for you, but that was a long time ago. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it was.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Those were great commercials. It was the guy from Reno 911 that was the voice.
Oh shit, yeah. All right, I'm gonna put this everywhere now.
Oh my god, yes. There we go. Scarlett Johansson is Thomas the Tank Engine.
I like this one. Scarlett Johansson as Robert E. Lee.
It's not showing up on
Jim.
YouTube yet.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This turned into something completely different, and that's awesome.
Earthworm Jim is reaching way back. That's well before the freaking Taco Bell dog.
I remember all these things quite vividly. Earthworm Jim. I never had the game.
Oh wow! Oh no, that game was awesome.
Do you remember Toe Gerl and Amp or
Toe Jam and Earl?
Toe Jam and Earl? Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. I'm
Dyslexia right now. Sorry.
It's okay. I understand. It's fine.
This one might be my favorite one. Darth Primus said Scarlett Johansson as the droid attack on the Wookiees.
Yeah. I was listening to Jeremy too much, and I got word dyslexia and forgot how to speak.
Oh, Jeremy. Apparently, he's my brother. Scarlett Johansson is the Rock's elbow pad.
Oh my god.
If someone could make a gif of the people's elbow where he pulls off her face and throws it into a crowd, I would. Oh my god! If you could just teach me how to make that, I'll do it.
That would do. Oh well. That would take some animation, but I mean, it could be done. It would just be really fucking tedious.
Oh, Brendan Stratton, that's dark. That's so dark.
Oh, Jared from Subway. Scarlett Johansson is Clint Howard. We should have just called this live Patreon Hangout Scarlett Johansson edition.
It should have been called Scarlett Johansson as ...
Good morning, Scarlett Johansson.
I would love to say that to her. That'd be awesome.
Somehow we get trending with only 200 people watching, and Scarlett Johansson's one of them. She's like, "Huh, they must really like me."
Yeah, we do. We really love your acting.
Yeah, you're the greatest, Natalie Russell.
Yeah, it's impeccable. I swear.
You could almost have a segment after Good Morning Pop Culture and just have it be ScarJo memes for like 5 minutes every morning.
And this is your Scarlett Johansson meme of the day.
I got one Dion would be proud of. Scarlett Johansson as Zack Snyder's ghost daughter.
Oh my god.
It's so harsh it wins.
Yeah.
Oh god. So do you guys have any other topics you guys want to discuss before we close this thing out?
I'm good. You got anything, Commander?
Not really.
Oh,
Can't
come
really think of
on,
anything.
find something.
It's been a long day.
Let's see.
Joel's online complaining that the guy that plays Y the Last Man in the TV show doesn't look good enough.
Joel's old and he gets to complain about anything he wants to. So
Chat, send us a great topic to close it out on.
yeah, let's.
How did ScarJo start anyway? Well, the earliest appearance that I know of ScarJo was in Home Alone 3. And then she got consistent work. And she's okay. I like her in Ghost World.
I've never seen that.
I have the DVD if you'd like to borrow it. It's based off a comic book. And you'd never know that unless I told you.
That's true.
You might like it quite a bit. It's got Steve Buscemi.
I like him. He's a good dude.
He's everyone's favorite ghost dad, Steve Buscemi.
No, that's
we don't say his name on air.
Okay, good. I was about to say, I was like, you know what I'm talking about, but I couldn't think of his name.
Yeah, Brian Leap.
I got a question for you guys. Do you guys think they should reboot, just not reboot, but just kind of start fresh with the X-Men movies?
You answer.
Go ahead.
You answer, Obi-Wan.
Well, I felt that they should have done that when they restarted with the First Class.
That's what I thought.
I thought that's where they were going with it because I thought they were actually admitting that, hey, X3 really sucked a big donkey chode, and we really recognize that, so let's get a fresh start here. And then when they hooked it into the end, I was like, really? Like, why would you do this?
Yeah, they took just a huge step backwards from that movie. I could not believe how they killed Cyclops and they killed Professor X, and
the
whole plastic gun mutant serum thing was just so stupid. And then you got Angel wearing jeans flying around.
They completely deviated from the comic line, or at least what the 90s TV show was. With it was like an Irish island, and it was supposed to be Apocalypse running it, not some rando mutant. For X3, so
it just felt so out of place.
But First Class should have been a reset, and they had a second opportunity, and they fucked it up again with Days of Future Past, because I don't think they reset enough of that timeline with Days of Future Past. So
no, they didn't.
I think they should really wait like 5 more years and then reboot it, because I'd be fine with it. The first 2 movies were fun, and then it's kind of been sporadic with the last few. So, yeah, it needs to be rebooted, but they need to kind of have a plan like they have with the MCU, where they go on for a little bit. Hopefully, not one every. One every year would be fine, because that's okay as long as they don't come out like one every like 3 or 4 every year. Like, don't do that. Do like 1 a year for X-Men, because I still love those characters in that cartoon. So I'd be okay with that.
Don't do a damn origin story of how the X-Men came to be.
No. Do not do that.
No.
Just start at Xavier's compound and just go on from there.
Dude, just retell the Chris Claremont, Jim Lee X-Men run in comic book form.
I don't know what that is, but I'll take your word for it, Jeff.
There we go.
Agree.
Thanks, Dion. I'm glad you're my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
I wouldn't mind seeing a great Savage Land Mr. Sinister story. They haven't done anything about that yet, so.
Yeah, definitely not in film. Mr. Sinister's supposed to be a woman in the next movie now, so it's Mrs. Sinister or some shit like that. Yeah, they always fuck it up somehow.
When I think about the X-Men, I think about what it'd be like if they went up against the Joker. Just saying.
With or without Batman kissing him?
Both. 2 movies this way.
I can't wait till Wednesday now.
Because you love Lisa so much.
Yeah.
Oh, hi,
So
Jeff. How's your sex life?
Sex life?
We need to watch party for that fucking movie. Goddamn it!
We'll do that
Yeah.
one. We'll do that one late at night where it's really we get.
Wait,
tired
no.
and
Can we
weird.
possibly do that at Horror Hound?
Sure, we can.
Fuck
do
it, I'm turning it on right now. I've got it on my computer.
Oh my god!
Are you off work tomorrow, Kendo?
No, I'm not actually. I have to work 1 to 10. So
Oh,
for you,
okay.
2 to 11. I'm off Wednesday though, and Thursday I go in at 9 in the morning. So yay!
Yeah, I know. I got an early morning tomorrow with Good Morning Pop Culture, so I'm going to close this baby out in a couple minutes. So, Commander Cody, Obi-Wan, I'd like to thank you guys for being fans of the channel, helping us out on Patreon, and being here tonight because this has been fun. I don't know about you
Yeah,
guys, but the Scarlett Johansson memes have changed my life.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can keep that ScarJo thing throughout the next few live streams. That you
Hey
guys
man,
do.
as long as they get sent to us in some form or fashion, like if it's posted on the Facebook page or the Twitter or anything like that, like I'll send it everywhere. So
I'd
By
like
the
to
way-
encourage everybody to super chat us as much as they can about all the different Scarlett Johansson things they'd like to see.
By the way, people are wondering how can they contact us? Well, the email address is worldclassbs@mail.com. That's mail.com. Thank you.
.com.
And I recommend a max subscription to Patreon because they respond really well on there.
I'd recommend a max subscription to Patreon as well.
I thought you were going to say a Maxim subscription. It's throwing me off.
folks, just read us your credit card number, and we appreciate it.
Folks, just send us your credit cards.
You
There
get a
you go.
Maxim subscription. You get a Maxim subscription. You get one.
I've had a max
underneath your chairs,
subscription to
people, it's there.
Patreon on this channel, and it worked out really well for me.
I bet it.
World Class Bullshitters, sponsored by Maxim Magazine.
Not only was I a client, I'm also a member.
Logan Michael sent in a super chat. Thanks for the stream and have a good one. Like I always say, Logan Michael, you have a better one. So, folks, I will be back in just a few short hours for Good Morning Pop Culture, where we'll be discussing what are we talking about tomorrow? We'll be talking about Netflix and how they're losing subscribers. We talk about Comcast and how they're bowing out of the bid for 20th Century Fox from Disney. Sure, Star Wars will come up too. I'll talk about should Episode 9 be a two-part film as well as the release date of Episode 9. Do I think it'll switch? How will I almost called it Mamma Mia. How will Wicked 2 or Wicked affect it? All kinds of stuff. So Good Morning Pop Culture is going to be a pretty, how should I say, fully loaded episode. So be prepared for
Got
that.
notes in it.
Yeah, it's got,
And I definitely think that episode 9 should be a 2-part episode for sure, because they should have to reset every bullshit thing they did with 7 and 8.
No.
I think it should
Just get rid of all, like, ignore, like, nothing of that happened, and have it be like a 4-stream that takes place before any of that shit goes down, and then go from there.
And they'll still fuck it up.
That's true.
Probably.
Even if it's a 2-parter, and I do not want it to be a 2-parter because I will.
2 parts now with more suckage.
Oh God, if that's the case, like I will just be like, nope, I'm not watching this for anything. I don't care who nothing.
Let me qualify that with it needs to be a 2-parter after KK and all her regime is removed.
if you think you hate it now, wait till there's a second part.
Well, she probably won't be. She probably won't be removed until we see what happens with Part 9. And if that goes to shit, which we're hoping for, then yeah, she'll be fired, and there'll be a whole reset to that regime, and then they'll have to figure shit out again. So
I'm honestly
I hope it
expecting
makes
episode
love.
9 to suck, and I mean, it's going to be here whether
Welcome
like
to
or
the
not.
club.
So cool.
Well,
but
no. I mean,
the whole
yeah,
Ryan
'cause
Jo-
yeah.
the
I
whole
mean,
Ryan
it's
Johnson thing is just like, I think it's terrifying a lot of people. Honestly, just the thought of him in charge of 3 movies, like
Yeah.
that's pretty damn bad.
yeah, and I mean, the thing is that like episode 9 is gonna suck regardless. It's gonna happen. The thing is that are fans gonna give are the fans gonna give it money now that they've talked shit about all of us? That's the thing. Is like, are people still gonna put that aside and go watch it? That's the big thing.
Would you say it's going to be Ray-tarded?
Get out now.
New T-shirt.
up.
That could be a t-shirt.
Yeah. Jeff, I want that to
Oh,
be
jeez.
even if there's only one ever printed and I wear it to Star Wars Celebration.
I can make that happen.
But that's insensitive.
Oh,
I don't fucking
Jeff,
care.
Jeff, there's gonna be a giant Star Wars track at Dragon Con. I'm gonna wear both my shirts both days to that shit.
Jeff, I just had another idea for a shirt. We get the Kylo Ren Ray like facing off with the lightsabers shirt, but instead of lightsabers, they're giant glowing cocks.
I will make you anything you want, Kendo. You're on the show. You just give me your address and I'll mail you shirts.
Pride Month's already
Have
passed.
my address.
I lost your address. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to put this baby to bed so I can go to sleep myself and give you a coherent good morning pop culture. I think I got plenty of K-cups to get me through the morning. So
For $300 super chat, we'll give out Phil's address.
shit, for $2 super chat, I'll get out Phil's address.
Hey! For $1,000 super chat, I'll give you Phil's foot. Okay.
So it's $200 for his address. It's $200 for his phone number. For $300, you can have both.
Wait, is the foot wrapped in bacon?
For an extra $500, it can be.
It's
pork
sugar,
bacon.
It's sugar coated already. So
Oh yeah, it's candied bacon.
yeah,
Candied pork bacon.
he's got a crystallized artery in his foot. All right, guys. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. Yes, you never go full retard.
Right, and they did in episode 7.
And 8. And
Well,
So,
by then it was already so retarded it wasn't even going to be redeemable.
yeah, I'm hoping 9 does less than solo numbers.
No, it won't. No, it won't.
It won't do that.
It'll be higher, but hopefully not that much higher.
I'm hoping. I didn't say it would actually get there, but I would like that.
Let a man dream, Nick.
Oh no, that's fine. That's fine.
Just because your dreams have been dashed by a dead movie director and his shitty dog.
Can we put
Don't you
Phil as
ruin
director?
Obi-Wan's.
I think we might. Can we put Phil as director? We might get a better movie.
No, you won't.
All right, I'm closing this stream out. Night, everybody.
Nice.